Yeah, that's pretty much the length he needs to hit. He's done enough. This is the great thing for Flying Ashraf. He's done enough for those ones that were climbing up short of a length to sow the seeds of doubt. And any batsman will tell you, if you walk out to bat on a really flat pitch, nothing happening, yes, you get stuck in. You can play your shots, you can try and take the attack back to the bowlers. If you see a couple flashing past the sort of shoulder of the bat and ending up head high, chest high in the keeper's gloves, you're thinking, I have things to think about. It just changes the whole dynamic. Oh, so close to the outside edge. Yet again, 6 done, 17 for 1.
Bigger princess, और भी ज़्यादा rich और creamy, more chocolatey. Prince chocolate biscuit, bigger adventure.
जो दिल में है वो ज़बान पे क्यों नहीं लाते हैं?
Would you like to have some chips, cookies or candy?
बल्ले बल्ले है क्या?
हाँ, अब सही बोला ना?
बल्ले बल्ले में है वो करारा मजा और अपनापन कि दिल बोला हाँ अब सही बोला।
तमाशा ऐप डाउनलोड करो और एशिया कप लाइव स्ट्रीम करो बिल्कुल फ्री। तो अभी जैज़ की वीकली फ्रीडम ऑफर सब्सक्राइब करके पाओ 50 GB डेटा सिर्फ 499 रुपए के लोड में।
Bigger Prince biscuit, और भी ज़्यादा rich और creamy, more chocolatey. Prince chocolate biscuit, bigger adventure.
Driven into the gap. This should run away to the boundary for 4. A loose delivery, punished.
Shaheen Afridi is looking for that front pad, and that's why he's pitching the ball up. This one over-pitched and nicely played with the angle. Slicing it past the man at point. Gurbaz needs to be just a little bit better around that off-stump channel, especially on a surface like this. You can't waste your form. Great 150 in the last game. And then here, once it got a bit difficult, and it was on the cards because right throughout LPL, he struggled around that area on surfaces such as this one. And he's a much better player than what he shows on a dicey pitch, on a difficult pitch. You've got to just grind it out. Make sure that you are there. And it's a challenge. You've got to accept this as a challenge. And he's got enough talent and potential to sail through. In a batting lineup like this, Gurbaz is absolutely needed.
Swinging and missing. Movement again. And Shaheen Afridi is known for his ability to bring the ball back into the right-hander and takes the ball away from the right-hander as well.
This is a great kind of a practice game for Pakistan before the Asia Cup. They'll play quite a few matches here in Colombo, and so it gives you an idea of where to bowl, where to pitch it, what the conditions will be like.
Nine of 20 from Diaz. Slip and gun in position. Changing angle to round the wicket.
Yeah, he's looking for that difficult angle where he can swing the ball away from that right-hander's off stump. Different muscles are used to get that ball to swing away from that angle. That's why you got to be absolutely fit. Ball from both sides, from over the wicket, round the wicket, and to swing it both ways. And he's worked tremendously on his fitness, Shaheen Shah.
Taking distance, hanging around the off stump to create doubt in the mind of the batter. Rounded the first ball, but could come back after that.
You know that Afghanistan are not going to hurt you in this little period, so you can experiment with a lot of new ideas here with regard to field position. If there's a slip, there's a wider slip. If you have a man throws that shot mid-wicket for that in-slanting angle.
Ball upishly driven. They had to settle for a single. 5 runs from the over. 7 gone, 22 for 1.
मोहल्ला ग्राउंड है, मोहल्ला ग्राउंड है, पर छत्ती ग्राउंड है, तीन बत्ती ही ग्राउंड है, वोट भी ग्राउंड है, लंगोट भी ग्राउंड है, ग्राउंड है, ग्राउंड है, ग्राउंड है, ग्राउंड है, ग्राउंड है, ग्राउंड है।
क्योंकि वुल्फ 777 जहां है वही ग्राउंड है, वुल्फ 777 हर जगह ग्राउंड है।
Bigger Prince biscuit और भी ज्यादा rich और creamy, more chocolatey. Prince chocolate biscuit, bigger adventure.
Half centuries for Rizwan and Babar Azam. Ashraf to continue. Oh, that ball bounced. Struggling with his glove at the moment. Had to sustain some injury. Rizwan.
He's hitting the gloves hard, and there's the awkward bounce as well. Ashraf is not quick, but look at that one take off. What you need to do is to keep a close eye on the ball and cut out on certain shots.
Driven. Gorgeous stroke for four. Class and timing and placement.
Picture perfect. Classical drive, it was there to be hit. Fahim experimenting with a fuller length, looking for a little bit of angle, and nicely met right in the middle of the blade. That should give him a bit of confidence.
Posing for the photographers. Elegant stroke. Good wicket on the offside. Classy bat. Runs in the Asia Cup. Playing for Afghanistan A. Drifting on the pads.
It's a stern examination of your batting skills when you're playing against Pakistani pacers on the front foot and slicing it beautifully. Nice still head, body in position to play that drive, that front foot across to the line of the ball. A 50 here really will make him confident. It's about self-belief, and you get that when you score runs against good bowling attack.
Getting half century on his ODI debut against Ireland and Qatar, and coming in, going out, not getting placed permanently, but sound technique. That's what he relies upon. Got runs in the Asia Cup, emerging Asia Cup, and coming here, getting the opportunity against quality opposition. The ball is bouncing around and moving around. Tough test. Innings here will certainly bolster his confidence.
Does he get a lot of runs in domestic cricket?
A lot of runs in first-class cricket. Was taken by surprise with an extra bounce, a mild appeal from the wicketkeeper.
Well, it's a tough gig this, because certain balls are climbing. Babar Azam is not going to go for a DRS. That's the length he needs to target for him. And that's an impossible ball really to be playing against. Just took off from nowhere. So difficult really to determine at what height the ball is going to come at you, and so you're always at a loss, not confident whether to go forward or back. That's played very nicely, adjusted to that lifting delivery. 26 for 1.
कोका-कोला के साथ जीते हर हफ्ते 1800 सीसी कार। कैप के अंदर कोड ढूंढे, मिस्ड कॉल दें, कॉल बैक आने पर कोड एंटर करें और जीते हर हफ्ते 1800 सीसी कार।
तमाशा ऐप डाउनलोड करो और एशिया कप लाइव स्ट्रीम करो बिल्कुल फ्री। तो अभी जैज़ की वीकली फ्रीडम ऑफर सब्सक्राइब करके पाओ 50 GB डेटा सिर्फ 499 रुपए के लोड में।
इस शर्मिंदा कर देने वाली खारिश की वजह हो सकती है डैंड्रफ। ले आओ हेड एंड शोल्डर्स नीम जो डैंड्रफ से लड़े और सर की खारिश कम करे, कंधे से बोझ हटा दे।
Try now. Bigger Prince biscuit और भी ज़्यादा rich और creamy, more chocolatey. Prince chocolate biscuit, bigger biscuit, bigger adventure.
Stern examination against pace battery from Pakistan. Mohammad Wasim Jr. into the attack. And he brings the ball back into the right-hander. The ball is bouncing around. Never seen this much bounce on these pitches here in Colombo. And leaving the delivery outside the upper stump. You've been here, Ramesh, during the LPL, but this is for the first time I haven't seen on the television ever ball bouncing and moving around too much here.
This is average length in the power play. Afghanistan compared to Pakistan. Afghanistan a bit shorter to Pakistan, and Pakistan have been able to get more bounce. Taller speedsters with more pace. That's a wide. He'd be just a little bit rusty, even though he had a big day yesterday. It was his birthday. It's just that he's been warming the bench now for a very long time, and this spasmodic appearance where you play at times, you don't on most occasions, can get you just a little bit nervous and anxious.
Hold him! Or was he beaten with that delivery that kept low?
For a second, Devinder, you sounded like a Pakistani commentator. They're close, but that one keeping low. And that's an issue. It's a problem. Certain deliveries have took off, certain have kept low, and so you're never in as a batter.
Nicely worked through the offside. Speed, also the length, the movement, combination of three. Against the batsman who's coming in the side, though Ibrahim has been around and he's been batting superbly. A lot will depend on Ibrahim's batting performance today to have any hope of winning this game for Afghanistan. Plenty of batters to come. Gulbuddin has been added in the side today, taking wickets, and he's a handy bat. If we get into that situation of getting, for example, 50 or 30 balls or 25 balls, he can finish those matches. Let's one go on a pitch where the ball is behaving indifferently.
One thing a batsman can do is to stop worrying about the variable bounce. Yes, it is a hit, it is a problem, but you can't overanalyze it. So take it out of your system and you'll be okay. Not exactly okay, but you'd be in a better position to play the ball. Showing his palm fingers to the physio, Rizwan. He wasn't comfortable really receiving the ball. It was thudded into his gloves many a times. Some have jumped, some have come at a rapid pace. They would want their premier keeper to be in good physical condition come the Asia Cup and the World Cup. Well, that's good. Shaheen Shah Afridi just letting his partner know which areas to attack, where to bowl. It's a bit of a reassurance to the 22-year-old. One wicket has gone down. Gurbaz there not been able to look after that in-swinging angle, and it would have gone on to clip the leg stump. Given by the umpire, so the decision was upheld after DRS review. It's just that he's got to be a bit more efficient on all kinds of surfaces. It's been a record performance by Gurbaz when it comes to ODI hundreds. He's in the top list of scoring 5 in no time. So all he has to do is to work on his temperament on tough pitches and improve his technique around that off-stump line.
Well, he's been playing a lot of T10 and T20 cricket all around the world. That exposure is getting, but against the white ball in shorter formats. What differently should he do to become a compact batsman like Ibrahim Zafran or, for example, Riaz Hussain?
He's very good against the short ball. He's very good at cutting the ball, but when it comes to driving the ball at times, he is not directly in line with the ball. And so he's got to pick the line early and play it as late as possible, as they say, on a seaming condition. You've got to do that regularly, and then you've got to fight. In this circuit, you get world-class bowlers, and so if you give up easily and not are able to fight, then your tenure obviously reduces at the crease. The chances to succeed reduce.
More chances against Pakistan can help against Ace Battery, also maybe exploring that opportunity of going to England and playing county cricket.
Yes, I mean, it was a great series and he made the headlines, and that's what you do as an opener against Pakistan. That's a lovely delivery, shape away, and it had more bounce this time. Just hang in there. I think that is what Afghanistan need to do. 10-run partnership of 22, and it is difficult at pace to manage that line and that sideways movement. Yeah, so making the headlines, and I think he did make the headlines with that powerful 150. Gets Afghanistan in the headlines as well for all the right reasons, and he's got to look to do that more often.
Beaten with a beauty. Movement away from the right hand of the outswinger. 9 overs gone, 27 for 1, Afghanistan.
Bigger Prince और भी ज़्यादा rich और creamy, more chocolatey. Prince Chocolate Biscuit, bigger adventure.
तमाशा ऐप डाउनलोड करो और एशिया कप लाइव स्ट्रीम करो बिल्कुल फ्री। तो अभी जैस की वीकली फ्रीडम ऑफर सब्सक्राइब करके पाओ 50 GB डेटा सिर्फ 499 रुपए के लोड में।
जो दिल में है वो जबान पे क्यों नहीं लाते हम?
Would you like to have some chips, cookies or candy?
बल्ले बल्ले है क्या?
हाँ, अब सही बोला ना?
बल्ले बल्ले में वो करारा मजा और अपनापन के दिल बोला। हाँ, अब सही बोला।
New Cheetos, tubes and poppers. Try now.
Players from Afghanistan thinking about relaunching the Afghanistan Premier League. Ramesh, you work there as an administrator, as a commentator, seen the development of PSL. You've been there as a commentator for IPL as well. How that type of competition can help in the development of players, especially for upcoming talent.
You see, it's a priceless situation for Afghanistan. Youngsters to share dugout with the internationals. With the guards have made a name for themselves. Obviously, ideas will be shared. They'll get a lot of confidence sharing the dugout with the greats of the game. And it's good that it's happening in 2024. APL.
Solid in defense, 5 teams participating, and talent from different parts of Afghanistan. 34 provinces they play cricket. It's been centered around Kabul and regions around Nangarhar. That might just give the inspiration to the talent emerging from the peripheral region of Afghanistan as well.
Not only sharing the dugout with the greats of the game, but they'll probably be taught about game awareness, how to read the situation, how to read a pitch, how to apply yourself. Look at Gurbaz, how well he's matured as a strike league talent. First preference at the IPL, first preference here for LPL. Sought after striker. He plays PSL also. can find 3-4 who can be the globe trotters for you, then Afghanistan will be in good hands when it comes to playing the international circuit.
World-class spinners, Rashid Khan, Nabi Mujib, traveling around playing different competitions, and especially batters will get the opportunity to play against high-quality oppositions. The bowlers, experience of handling situations. Upishly played, just falling short of fielder at the gully position.
So I don't know why a gully is not positioned. Did this pair threaten Babar Azam? No. Are they looking to dominate? No. Are they looking to survive? Yes. So if you're looking to survive, then you can be aggressive against them, and you are getting these deliveries from that good length area to rear up. Get that man in.
Short point in position. Third man in the boundary, just one slip. The ball moving around.
Such a situation actually forces the captain to be aggressive. And it's a tailor-made situation for Babar to be aggressive.
Nicely punched into the gap. Should be back for third.
He's got a rocket arm, Wasim Jr. But it was threaded through beautifully. There's a narrow gap and he had to thread it. And nicely playing that one. Hitting the square and that extra bit of bounce, making sure that the ball avoided that short point fielder.
Is there a nick? The finger is up. Ibrahim Jadran walks back to the pavilion. 30 for 2. Second duck for Ibrahim Jadran.
Yeah, this pitch is a difficult one. If you are a seriously good bowling attack, fast bowling attack, then your survival squeezes as a batting unit. The chances are slim here for Afghanistan to deal with that extra bit of spice, life, sideways movement of the surface. That one came back, wobbly seam, feather edge to keeper's gloves. Easily done by the keeper. Fahim Ashraf is just about the right pace and the right bowler to tease you and send you back to the dugout. Zadran gone for naught, 30 for 2.
शर्मिंदा कर देने वाली खारिश की वजह हो सकती है डैंड्रफ। ले आओ हेड एंड शोल्डर्स नील, जो डैंड्रफ से लड़े और सर की खारिश कम करे, कंधे से बोझ हटा दे।
तमाशा ऐप डाउनलोड करो और एशिया कप लाइव स्ट्रीम करो बिल्कुल फ्री। तो अभी जैस की वीकली फ्रीडम ऑफर सब्सक्राइब करके पाओ 50 GB डेटा सिर्फ 499 रुपए के लोड में।
कोका कोला के साथ जीते हर हफ्ते 1800 सीसी कार, साथ ही हर कोड के बदले किसी भी करीबी दुकान से हासिल करें 500 ml बॉटल।
Bigger Prince biscuit और भी ज्यादा rich और creamy, more chocolatey. Prince chocolate biscuit, bigger adventure.
तमाशा ऐप डाउनलोड करो और एशिया कप लाइव स्ट्रीम करो बिल्कुल फ्री। तो अभी जैस की वीकली फ्रीडम ऑफर सब्सक्राइब करके पाओ 50 GB डेटा सिर्फ 499 रुपए के लोड में।
Play signal by the umpire. All players allowed outside the 30-yard circle. Pakistan would want more in the ring. They're bossing this. 30 for 2, Afghanistan struggling. He got a good one from Fahim Ashraf. It was a little fuller and it was straight, but awkward bounce, extra bit of bounce, taking the edge of the bat, and Rizwan making no mistake. Must be a confidence booster for Fahim Ashraf, making an appearance after 2 years. So when the bounce is variable, you've got to keep your bat very close to your pad, very close to your body, because let's have a look at the variable bounce. So what happens is, if you have a high wind, then you can miss the ball. And these are difficult deliveries to tackle. Well, that one scooting along, others are reared, and so what you need to do is to make sure that your bat is alongside your body. And you're looking to defend first rather than winding up to hit hard. I think your first line of defense has got to be block. And if you get an opportunity, see a bit of width, and then you can go hard.
A lot of adjustment to be made. Gorgeous city, this Colombo.
It becomes a mental game. It becomes a technical game. It becomes a game of nerve and temperament.
And awareness about what can be done on given surface, identifying the shots. Do they identify the shots before coming into bat, or just assess the situation, pitch conditions, because they keep changing at times?
I think you have this general map in your mind of how to go about batting on a surface like this. And then there was this great template of Rizwan and Babar as a pair. They were very, very cautious early on. Nothing happened for the first 10 overs when they were together. It was all about managing the situation and not getting out.
Almost chopped that one onto the stumps. Hard hands. Will pick up a lucky boundary.
Yeah, it's not a pitch where you play with hard hands. It's about playing with your wrist and playing it late. I'm sure the pressure of the scoreboard and the run rate subsiding, dwindling a little bit, is causing a bit of stir in the mind of the batters.
Also, after playing false shot, erasing that shot from the memory, blanking the mind. Airborne. And the miss will prompt the batter to come back for the second, just a single. A boundary and a single from the over. 11 overs gone, 35 for 2.
ग्राउंड है मोहल्ला ग्राउंड है पर 36 ग्राउंड है 3 बत्ती ही ग्राउंड है कोट भी ग्राउंड है लंगोट भी ग्राउंड है ग्राउंड है ग्राउंड है ग्राउंड है ग्राउंड है ग्राउंड है ग्राउंड है
क्योंकि वुल्फ 777 जहां है वही ग्राउंड है वुल्फ 777 हर जगह ग्राउंड है
जो दिल में है वो जबान पे क्यों नहीं लाते हम?
Would you like to have some chips, cookies or candy?
बल्ले बल्ले है क्या?
हाँ, अब सही बोला ना?
बल्ले बल्ले में वो करारा मजा और अपनापन कि दिल बोला हाँ अब सही बोला.
2 down for 35 in 11 overs. And the captain getting a half century to his credit as well. And his team has been responding well with ball in hand. A lot is happening up the pitch. Riyad's 22. Ashmatullah yet to open his account. Airborne coming fine. A sticky boundary for Riyadh.
Well, you got to be lucky to survive on this pitch. He was clearly late on that short ball. Lucky in the end. That could have been a top edge or a keeper's catch.
This pitch reminds me pitches in South Africa, Durban, or pitches in West Indies, especially in early 90s or 80s. You played in that era, Ramesh. How challenging was that for you?
Very challenging, because it was about self-preservation. It was then about surviving as an individual to make it for the next match. scoring few runs. It was extremely difficult. And early on against the Windies, when they were in their prime, we were a bit like Afghanistan is today. So every team goes through this. It's a rebuilding process for Afghanistan. It's about learning from match situation. It's about not giving up, about learning from this experience. And so if you got a 50 against West Indies, you know, when they were on top of the world, it meant everything to you, to the team. In fact, all the teammates got impressed, and you would sort of be picked again, unfortunately, against them for the series, because even if you wanted to be the 12th man, you couldn't. It's about having strong body language. I think a challenge demands you to have a strong body language, and that is what we've seen from Riaz so far. He's not flinched, and he's played that shot well, getting right behind the line of the ball. So what happens is that if you bat like that, it gives a lot of calmness to the dugout. So you're sending strong signals back to the mates that, look, this is manageable. This is a doable job. So yes, you'll get an awkward delivery every now and then. You can survive it, and then, as you said, blank it out and move on.
Any interesting battle between bowlers and yourself in that era in West Indies, if you remember?
It was ball bossing us all the time. There was no conversation because you didn't last long enough to have a conversation.
Boundary of the first ball, 4 dot balls. Riaz 26 of 45, patient, trying to weather the storm on the pace bowling attack of Pakistan. The ball is moving around in different bounds as well. A lot of challenges. He's coming back in the side. Itself is a challenge to cement your position in the team. Playing it late. Just 4 from the over. 12 gone, 39 for 2.
जो दिल में है वो ज़बान पे क्यों नहीं लाते हम?
Would you like to have some chips, cookies or candy?
बल्ले बल्ले है क्या?
हाँ, अब सही बोला ना?
बल्ले बल्ले में वो करारा मजा और अपनापन के दिल बोला हाँ अब सही बोला। तमाशा ऐप डाउनलोड करो और एशिया कप लाइव स्ट्रीम करो बिल्कुल फ्री। तो अभी जैस की वीकली फ्रीडम ऑफर सब्सक्राइब करके पाओ 50 GB डेटा सिर्फ 499 रुपए के लोड में।
Bigger Princess और भी ज्यादा rich और creamy, more chocolatey. Prince Chocolate Biscuit, bigger adventure.
Afghanistan need another 230 runs to win from 38 overs. Plenty of batters to come. 2 batters. Riaz with good technique, relatively. And Hashmat with a lot of experience. Sadaf Khan, the leg spinner, into the attack. And this should be interesting because good player of spin bowling. Afghanistan batters.
This is their window of opportunity against spin. Pakistan not as heavyweight as Afghanistan spinners, so you can put them under pressure.
Strike rotation is going to be key. Getting into the second gear, third gear, shifting momentum slowly rather than looking to attack straight away. Get into the game. Required rate, just above 6.
The other thing is that when you're forced into a shell, it becomes just a little bit tough to get out of it. Because you forget about aggression, you forget about how good you are against certain deliveries, certain lengths. For example, that full toss in a normal situation would have been put away for 4. But because they've been forced into it's not exactly submission, but forced into a defensive frame of mind that you miss out on such deliveries. Somehow they've got to reboot. Especially against Shadab, and Nawaz will be on show very soon as well. Look at that, it reared from the good length, it had spin and everything. And difficult.
Getting the ball to drift and turn and bounce. Would there be a fielder, a short leg position?
My point is, who should be setting the field for these bowlers? The bowlers themselves. Because they've played enough cricket to realize what works for them. They're reading the batsman better than the captain. They know how much the ball is turning or seaming around. They should be setting the field.
Oh, that ball, Googly, turned away from the left-hand batter. 3 runs from the over, 13 gone, 42 for 2, Afghanistan.
इस शर्मिंदा कर देने वाली खारिश की वजह हो सकती है डैंड्रफ। ले आओ हेड एंड शोल्डर्स नील, जो डैंड्रफ से लड़े और सर की खारिश कम करे, कंधे से बोझ हटा दे।
तमाशा ऐप डाउनलोड करो और एशिया कप लाइव स्ट्रीम करो बिल्कुल फ्री। तो अभी जैज़ की वीकली फ्रीडम ऑफर सब्सक्राइब करके पाओ 50 GB डेटा सिर्फ 499 रुपए के लोड में।
जो दिल में है वो जबान पे क्यों नहीं लाते हम?
Would you like to have some chips, cookies or candy?
बल्ले बल्ले है क्या?
हाँ, अब सही बोला ना?
बल्ले बल्ले में वो करारा मजा और अपनापन के दिल बोला हाँ अब सही बोला।
Bigger Princess और भी ज्यादा rich और creamy, more chocolatey. Prince Chocolate Biscuit, bigger adventure.
What better to do next time when they are involved against Pakistan and in Asia Cup?
Afghanistan will be playing 2 matches in Lahore. And they spend a lot of time here in Sri Lanka. Conditioning camps, series against Sri Lanka. 8 teams playing here as well. Conditioned players for these situations, for the conditions for Afghanistan. There has been some planning behind staging the series here in Sri Lanka as well. Easily playing this.
I just hope we get better pitches here in Sri Lanka. You'll get great pitches in Pakistan, great batting surfaces. It's good in a way that they'll be playing a couple of matches in Lahore. They'll get some confidence, runs under the belt, and come here on difficult pitches. You can deal with that situation when you're in good form as a batting side. Deal with that a little better, what I meant to say. Good pace, 141 clicks. And that's the other thing about Pakistan bowling attack and some of the bench strength that they've got. Last time we counted, there were 14 fast bowlers in Pakistan circuit that could bowl more than 140 clicks. 140 plus. That is such a value.
Bounce. Also in Asian conditions, Australia coming to India and beating them in Indian conditions because of their fast bowlers. In the World Cup, Asia Cup, fast bowlers will have a big role to play against big teams with the possibility of dew as well.
I think in 50 overs cricket, you'll get the advantage of reverse swing as well. Pakistan are quite well equipped to bowl reverse. That'll be an added advantage to Shaheen Afridi and company. This fella is not bad. He can bowl wonderfully well with the old ball. The Seam Junior.
Hitting the seam, squared him up. That's where Afghanistan is also consciously working towards finding the fast bowlers 140 plus X. Conducted fast bowling camp as well before this series. He guides it down to third man. Also, we got Navid Lasandana in high-performance center in Kabul, train the fast bowlers, and will spend some time with the Afghanistan fast bowlers before that as well in Abu Dhabi. Good crop of fast bowlers coming through. They need a little bit of training and conditioning.
Since the 2019 World Cup, Afghanistan's fast bowling has been impressive. It's just that so much focus is on Rashid Khan and Nabi and Mujib that they forget the value of fast bowling. And there are quite a few young upcoming fast bowlers coming through, as you rightly mentioned, with pace, with attitude. All they need is better game awareness, when to bowl a Yorker or a slow ball. That's a nice shot, beautifully timed. That will go and hit the fence in no time. Great end to the over. Afghanistan 47 for the loss of 2, and we'll have a little pause here for drinks.
Bigger Princess और भी ज़्यादा rich और creamy, more chocolatey. Prince Chocolate Biscuit, bigger adventure. New Cheetos, tubes and poppers. Try now.
तमाशा ऐप डाउनलोड करो और एशिया कप लाइव स्ट्रीम करो बिल्कुल फ्री। तो अभी जैज़ की वीकली फ्रीडम ऑफर सब्सक्राइब करके पाओ 50 GB डेटा सिर्फ 499 रुपए के लोड में।
Number 1 ODI batsman. The finest bowling attack. Second best ODI team in the world. करोड़ों फैंस के दिल की धड़कन। चाहे जितना भी छुपाओ, जब पाकिस्तान खेलेगा तो दुनिया देखेगी। Yes, we are ready for one day. ICC Men's Cricket World Cup 2023, 5th October to 19th November live on A Sports. क्या आप बनना चाहते हैं गेम के मास्टर, जिसकी ट्रेनिंग एक मास्टर ही दे सकता है?
इसलिए मैं ला रहा हूँ मास्टर क्लास विद मलिक,
जहां यंग क्रिकेटर्स सीख सकते हैं क्रिकेट की वो एक्सपर्ट टेक्निक्स जो वर्ल्ड क्लास क्रिकेटर्स ने कई साल इंटरनेशनल क्रिकेट खेलने के बाद सीखी हैं। तो अपना किट बैग उठाओ और ज्वाइन करो मास्टर क्लास विद मलिक। Watch Masterclass with Malik starting 28th August, Monday and Tuesday at 6 p.m. Only on A Sports.
Presented by 1xBet.
New Cheetos, tubes and poppers. Try now.
जो दिल में है वो जबान पे क्यों नहीं लाते हम?
Would you like to have some chips, cookies or candy?
बल्ले बल्ले है क्या?
हाँ, अब सही बोला ना?
बल्ले बल्ले में है वो करारा मजा और अपनापन कि दिल बोला हाँ, अब सही बोला।
तमाशा ऐप डाउनलोड करो और एशिया कप लाइव स्ट्रीम करो बिल्कुल फ्री। तो अभी जैज़ की वीकली फ्रीडम ऑफर सब्सक्राइब करके पाओ 50 GB डेटा सिर्फ 499 रुपए के लोड में।
History, knowledge and all that.
I've got a match show, and it's a stiff contest, and you're winning hands down, by the way. Well done.
Thank you very much. That's really kind of you, Ramesh. It's an honor being part of the same commentary panel with you, and we absolutely are enjoying your mesmerizing voice and the way you put words and you just add to the beauty of the game. Thank you.
I can drop the mic and retire now. That's gone past the man at shot fine. 50 comes up for Afghanistan. They need this bit of rhythm, momentum, bit of freedom to hit the ball. Overpitched and slicing it.
An excellent player of spin bowling, Hashmatullah Shahidi. He knows the areas, especially score of the wicket. Both the batters like to score of the wicket on the offside. Hashmat and Riaz, a partnership developing.
This could be a good phase for Afghanistan. Just don't lose a wicket. Make sure you drag this now to maybe 100 for 2. And then it'll become just a bit easy to target that score.
It's drop and run. They follow the template laid down by Babar and Rizwan. Till the 30th, maybe 35th over, Afghanistan. They got batters in the dugout who can do the job. Al-Budin in particular can get 50 of 25 if it's required in the death overs.
Pakistan through spin must look to pick wickets, and I think that's been an issue. Because after the platform is laid down by the pacers, the next in line need to be just a little bit more proactive and aggressive when it comes to attacking the opposition. This is a tailor-made situation, perfect situation for Shadab to experiment with that delivery that will probably provide him with a breakthrough, maybe more flight, or try to bowl in between bat and pad by flighting the googly.
Massive turn. He's tossing the ball up, getting the ball to dip and turn and bounce.
Make him drive, force him to be on the front foot, only then that extravagant leg spin or spin will work.
Nicely managed eventually. 15 overs bowled, 52 for 2, Afghanistan.
जो दिल में है वो ज़बान पे क्यों नहीं लाते हम?
Would you like to have some chips, cookies or candy?
बल्ले बल्ले है क्या?
हाँ, अब सही बोला ना?
बल्ले बल्ले में है वो करारा मजा और अपनापन कि दिल बोला हाँ अब सही बोला.
New Cheetos, tubes and poppers. Try now.
तमाशा ऐप डाउनलोड करो और एशिया कप लाइव स्ट्रीम करो बिल्कुल फ्री. तो अभी जैज़ की वीकली फ्रीडम ऑफर सब्सक्राइब करके पाओ 50 GB डेटा सिर्फ 499 रुपए के लोड में.
Bigger Prince और भी ज्यादा rich और creamy. More chocolate. Prince chocolate biscuit. Bigger adventure.
I know that Pakistan in their last 20 overs went at 8. I don't think that this pitch is getting easier to bat on. There's significant turn, and for the seamers, there is certainly some inconsistent bounce. And when I say that, the ball's going up, not necessarily staying down, it is going up.
Absolutely, it's been a test so far for the Afghanistan batters. Plenty of support for Pakistan today. And around the Al-Famdasi Stadium, plenty of them come in numbers. Another cooler in the far distance. Beautiful side of Colombo. Plenty of good places to visit, HD. Been here for a while.
You can go up there, can't you?
You could. There's a rotating restaurant up there. Plenty of things to do. Last year onward, Sri Lanka has come from where I was. So it's safe to say that the country is back to normality for the moment.
Wondering at what point here? At what point do Afghanistan say, right, we need to just pick it up a little bit? I know they will reflect on how Pakistan played and say, well, we can do the same. But inevitably, it doesn't really work like that. You want to try and stay as close to the run rate as possible. I don't want to let it get to 7 too quickly. Oh, that's quick.
I think with the new ball, especially the fast bowlers bowling the way they do, even Fahim Ashraf was getting it to rip through, and Mohammad Wasim bowling at almost 144 clicks. I reckon with the batters, it's important that not to be too positive too early. We all know how fragile the middle order of Afghanistan has to be. What Mohammad Rizwan and Babar Azam did, these two pair in the middle got to do that. The foundation. The last 10 to 15 knows if they can get 7 runs per over, they are still in the game.
But the problem for me is that if you bat at this rate, by the time you get to the last 10 or 15 overs, you won't need 7 and over, you'll need 10 and over. Because if they go at 3s and 4s, that will get to 7 extremely quickly.
Honestly, I think it's been a fantastic start so far. And the runs making has been really hard. After 15.5 overs, almost 16 overs, is almost equal. 58 for 2 Pakistan were. Similarly, I think it's very important these two batters get their foundation right.
Again, pacey. Into the 16th, 55 for 2.
शर्मिंदा कर देने वाली खारिश की वजह हो सकती है डैंड्रफ। ले आओ हेड एंड शोल्डर्स नीम जो डैंड्रफ से लड़े और सर की खारिश कम करे, कंधे से बोझ हटा दे।
तमाशा ऐप डाउनलोड करो और एशिया कप लाइव स्ट्रीम करो बिल्कुल फ्री। तो अभी जैस की वीकली फ्रीडम ऑफर सब्सक्राइब करके पाओ 50 GB डेटा सिर्फ 499 रुपए के लोड में।
Bigger Prince biscuit और भी ज्यादा rich और creamy, more chocolatey. Prince chocolate biscuit, bigger adventure.
तमाशा ऐप डाउनलोड करो और एशिया कप लाइव स्ट्रीम करो बिल्कुल फ्री। तो अभी जैस की वीकली फ्रीडम ऑफर सब्सक्राइब करके पाओ 50 GB डेटा सिर्फ 499 रुपए के लोड में।
Riaz is 32 or 55. He's hung in there. He was thrust to the top of the order because of Ibrahim Zadran had been off the field for a period of time, so he couldn't open the batting. So what's happening at the moment here is we've just been informed that there's some technical difficulties going on at the moment with Hawkeye. They'll try and get them up and running as soon as possible. But the captains are being informed that DRS is not available at the moment. Two overs since the last boundary. And that is 2 overs since the last boundary. He's quite a cool customer, the captain. Matched about long periods of time. Got a double 100 in a test match. He got that double 100 against Zimbabwe in Abu Dhabi a couple of years ago.
One thing that he has to improve in international cricket is to play fast bowling. And, most of the teams in Ashfaqullah Shahidi is at strike to use that bouncer. Keep him guessing even in test cricket and even in one-day cricket. The length has been quite short. Something will change. That's something that Shahidi got to look after. But when it comes to spinners, he got all the strokes to survive.
Look up, he had a very nasty blow in Bangladesh a few months back. Tuskin was the fast bowler, and Tuskin Ahmed. So that can sometimes have an effect on you and take a little bit of time to sort of build up that courage again after you've had a nasty blow. You know, a lot of players get hit, but it was a nasty one for him. A fairly defensive field still, the amount of spin, there's no slip. Very tidy over, just one from it, 56 for 2.
Googly bowled that time by Shadab Khan. Don't think Riaz Hassan did pick it against the turn, but missed out. But four written all over it. The length was there as well as the line, unfortunately. It's been a struggle so far. 17 overs, 56 for 2. Fast bowlers running the show in variable bounce, making batsmen uncomfortable. Even the spinners getting the overs through because of that.
Mohammad Wasim Jr. 0 for 14 and 4. They haven't used their fifth bowler as of yet, Pakistan, but their seamers are racing in. They're all going over 140 kilometers an hour. So now they're behind Pakistan, or Afghanistan are behind Pakistan at a similar point, and that does concern me a little bit.
Skipper Babar Azam has the option of having one more fielder in the boundary lineup, maybe 2. In fact, 2, yeah. Still attacking Shahidi with a slip and a gully. Very impressive. Looking for wickets.
Disappointing really, the 2 deliveries there. The captain gives you a slip and has a gully, and the ball's around leg stumpish. It's a little too tight. I know that Wasim Jr. doesn't want to give Shahidi width to be able to cut him, but I think that Babar Azam was saying, look, I need you to go across the left-hander here. I feel he might just push at it.
Good point. It has happened to me as well on playing days. As soon as the cow point comes forward, if the left hand is batting, gets too straight, don't want to give any width. But in this occasion, Shahid is just hanging back in the backfield. That's where I think if he can bowl the second ball just outside the yaw stump, getting him to the front foot, it's definitely a wicket-taking ball. And you need to have the courage, and the experience matters too. I think Mohammad Wasim Jr. played enough cricket in this highest level to understand that and get that line. Shahidi not moving his front foot that much, that would be a wicket-taking ball for sure.
I think Pakistan and Babar Azam at the moment are just quite content to try and get this run rate up. It's now at 6.5. As I mentioned to you a little bit earlier, just a couple more tight overs and it gets to 7, and it can get out of hand very quickly. By the time they get to those 10, 15 to go that you were talking about, they might need 10 and over.
He's hanging on with the back foot. Even that's not that short. Just back off the length, but Shahidi just batting so deep in the crease, waiting for anything short. And straight away after that stroke, the cow point drops back. Only 2 fielders, 2 deliveries to go. Square leg goes down as well. Somehow Mohammad Wasim has to have the courage to pitch it up. The only criticism I have towards him, other than that, the pace, the bounce, the movement, all brilliant. Just that length in these kind of pitches where it's helpful, it's important. Deep square leg and cow point. Controlling the boundary at the moment.
It's a good length, particularly for someone that's looking for the ball to be short.
Exactly my point. As soon as you get that cover, either side score of the wicket, the length becomes straight, much fuller. This comes with experience. It's happened to the best. This is where this young man got to learn as soon as possible. Plenty of fight for a spot with Nasim Shah, Haris Rauf having a rest. And this is where he has to grab the opportunity as soon as he gets it.
Again, quick, short, well played in the end by the Afghan captain. 58 for 2.
ग्राउंड है मोहल्ला ग्राउंड है पर 36 ग्राउंड है 3 बत्ती ही ग्राउंड है कोट भी ग्राउंड है लंगोट भी ग्राउंड है ग्राउंड है ग्राउंड है ग्राउंड है ग्राउंड है ग्राउंड है ग्राउंड है
क्योंकि बुल 777 जहां है वही ग्राउंड है बुल 777 हर जगह ग्राउंड है
तमाशा ऐप डाउनलोड करो और एशिया कप लाइव स्ट्रीम करो बिल्कुल फ्री। तो अभी जैज़ की वीकली फ्रीडम ऑफर सब्सक्राइब करो।
Beautifully bowled. And the problem here for Afghanistan is that Showdown is spinning it both ways. And now a slip does come into place. Yeah, this is better.
And the mid-on up as well, inviting the batsman to go against the turn as we speak. Shadab Khan signaling. I think Saud Shakil will go back to long on. I would like to see him in the 30-yard circle, asking Riaz Hassan out of his comfort zone.
Yeah, but I think the reason behind the long on going back and the long off going back is not necessarily from a defensive perspective. I think what Shadab is wanting Riaz to do is push at the ball, is to try and push it down the ground for one, and in doing so, possibly the ball can go to slip.
Game of cat and mouse going on at the moment. Shadab Khan in the lead spinner. Good to bowl Mohammad Nawaz. He's a left batsman. He's been playing a lot of cricket.
Partnership 28 of 53 deliveries. Not going anywhere yet. Wiggly. A maiden. 58 for 2.
New Cheetos, tubes and poppers. Try now.
तमाशा ऐप डाउनलोड करो और एशिया कप लाइव स्ट्रीम करो बिल्कुल फ्री। तो अभी जैज़ की वीकली फ्रीडम ऑफर सब्सक्राइब करके पाओ 50 GB डेटा सिर्फ 499 रुपए के लोड में।
Bigger Prince biscuit और भी ज्यादा rich और creamy, more chocolatey. Prince chocolate biscuit, bigger adventure.
तमाशा ऐप डाउनलोड करो और एशिया कप लाइव स्ट्रीम करो बिल्कुल फ्री। तो अभी जैज़ की वीकली फ्रीडम ऑफर सब्सक्राइब करके पाओ 50 GB डेटा सिर्फ 499 रुपए के लोड में।
Some offies. Or fielded. The big fast bowler got down well there. That had beaten him. It would have raced away for 4.
100%. Did really well, Shaheen Shah Afridi. It was kidding off the outfield. But in the end, brilliant. It's like what you'd want to see from your big fast bowler.
And again, he needs to get his length right here. Again, that field with the long off, which is, the long off's very, very square, not a straight long off. But if he gets the length right, he's asking Hashmatullah to try and push the ball down the ground. He's busy man.
I tell you what, Babar Azam will do well to change Shaheen Shah Afridi. 3 deliveries, cow point, off-spin bowling with a left hand on strike. That's a business line. And this is where Babar Azam got to be a little careful, look after his fast bowler, as well as get the best fielder possible with all means. The right-handed Riaz Hassan, there's no slip field in the offside. Babar Azam shifting across to the leg gun. That will tell me that the line will be middle and leg stump.
The first real show of intent here. This is the bowler. Surely this is the bowler that Afghanistan will look at. Squeezed away. That'll be one more.
Right option taken by Riaz Hassan. He's trying to go over mid-off. The first delivery, smashed it really well, but only found the fielder. Second, it was in the arc, but it was 2-4. Getting through some cheap overs, Pakistan.
But just 2 from that over, and that required rate now touches 7. 60 for 2.
ग्राउंड है मोहल्ला ग्राउंड है पर 36 ग्राउंड है 3 बत्ती ही ग्राउंड है कोट भी ग्राउंड है लंगो वोट भी ग्राउंड है ग्राउंड है ग्राउंड है ग्राउंड है ग्राउंड है ग्राउंड है ग्राउंड है
क्योंकि फुल 777 जहां है वही ग्राउंड है फुल 777 हर जगह ग्राउंड है
तमाशा ऐप डाउनलोड करो और एशिया कप लाइव स्ट्रीम करो बिल्कुल फ्री। तो अभी
It's going through the motions. Slot sweep. Deep square fielder. Fakhar Zaman takes it. And this was on the cards. With the amount of pressure being added to these Afghanistan batters. In the end, pays off with Shadab Khan striking and a good catch by Fakhar Zaman.
Something had to give. Afghanistan were going nowhere, and eventually Riaz decides it's on my shoulders. Just for a moment. Fakhar Zaman hesitates and then realizes, hang on a second, I can get this. Takes the catch comfortably in the end and gives Shadab a well-deserved wicket. So Riaz Hassan goes for 34 in 66 deliveries. Afghanistan 60 for 3.
आज होगा टक्कर का मुकाबला, बिहारी कढ़ाई और तेल का तड़का।
एरियल का नया ब्लू फॉर्मूला जिद्दी दामों का करे सफाया।
तमाशा ऐप डाउनलोड करो और एशिया कप लाइव स्ट्रीम करो बिल्कुल फ्री। तो अभी जैज़ की वीकली फ्रीडम ऑफर सब्सक्राइब करके पाओ 50 GB डेटा सिर्फ 499 रुपए के लोड में।
इस शर्मिंदा कर देने वाली खारिश की वजह हो सकती है डैंड्रफ। ले आओ हेड एंड शोल्डर्स नील, जो डैंड्रफ से लड़े और सर की खारिश कम करे, कंधे से बोझ हटा दे।
तमाशा ऐप डाउनलोड करो और एशिया कप लाइव स्ट्रीम करो बिल्कुल फ्री। तो अभी जैज़ की वीकली फ्रीडम ऑफर सब्सक्राइब करके पाओ 50 GB डेटा सिर्फ 499 रुपए के लोड में।
बिगर प्रिंस बिस्किट और भी ज्यादा रिच और क्रीमी, बोल्ड चॉकलेटी। प्रिंस चॉकलेट बिस्किट, बिगर एडवेंचर।
Now, we might see a whole heap of wrong-uns bowled here by Shadab. But he is going absolutely nowhere. He's bowled 4 overs, he's gone for 9 runs. He really is spinning it. These are perfect conditions for the leg spinner. And we did say that throughout the Lankan Premier League, he had actually got tougher to bat at night. So often that isn't the case in day-night fixtures when there's a little bit of dew around, the ball skips on nicely and batters love it. But here, it has not been the case in the last few weeks. It has become harder and harder. We've seen the seamers getting uncomfortable bounce, and now we're seeing the spinners getting plenty of turn.
Shahid Kamal is a good player. We saw him during the ACC Image in Asia Cup. Played really well. He played some important knocks, bowled well as well. And he's here. Riaz Hassan was trying to up the ante, trying to go probably over mid-wicket. A slog sweep, just getting the top edge. And a good catch, Fakhar Zaman. Never easy under lights. Dark skies to run forward the way he did. Kept his eyes and did the damage.
Nicely bowled. Right, now does it fall on the captain? And when I say up the ante, I'm not saying you need to slog, but they need to get a little bit busier. So maybe a little lap where you could possibly get 2. And out. Now they are in serious trouble.
To the final lane in Afghanistan scoping for this game. That was short, mid-wicket in, mid-on in. Is written for a boundary. And only thing Hasbitullah Shahidi did was to smash it straight to the short mid-wicket fielder. It's been a tough knock, 13 of 31 deliveries. That's how well Pakistan's have bowled. Imamul Haq, easy as it gets. And Shadab Khan in 1 over breaks the backbone of Afghanistan middle order with wickets of Riaz Hassan first. And skipper Hasbitullah Shahidi is second. Frustration, disappointment, but in the end, there was Hasbitullah Shahidi gone for 13 of 31. Afghanistan in trouble, 61 for 4.
ट्राई पेंटिंग, जिसमें है प्रोवी फॉर्मूला जो बालों को मजबूत बनाए और गिरने से रोके, हेयर फॉल को इग्नोर ना करे, सॉल्व करो विद पेंटिंग।
तमाशा ऐप डाउनलोड करो और एशिया कप लाइव स्ट्रीम करो बिल्कुल फ्री। तो अभी जैज़ की वीकली फ्रीडम ऑफर सब्सक्राइब करके पाओ 50 GB डेटा सिर्फ 499 रुपए के लोड में। तमाशा ऐप डाउनलोड करो और एशिया कप लाइव स्ट्रीम करो बिल्कुल फ्री। तो अभी जैज़ की वीकली फ्रीडम ऑफर सब्सक्राइब करके पाओ 50 GB डेटा सिर्फ 499 रुपए के लोड में।
The Afghan all-rounder, Gulbuddin Naib, was very good with the ball. Finds himself walking in at number 6, so still no Mohammad Nabi, which is a bit surprising. I'm surprised that Nabi hasn't walked in, to be honest. I know, he's the most experienced player. Gulbuddin's only just come into the side. I know he's played plenty of cricket for Afghanistan, but just drafted into the starting 11 now.
A great opportunity for him. He's having a tough battle with Ismatul Mirzai as he seam bowling all down this berth. Bowled well, 9 overs for 36.
Well, maybe that is why he's been sent in. Into the 21st, 61 for 4.
जो दिल में है वो ज़बान पे क्यों नहीं लाते हम?
Would you like to have some chips, cookies or candy?
बल्ले बल्ले है क्या?
हाँ, अब सही बोला ना?
बल्ले बल्ले में वो करारा मजा और अपनापन कि दिल बोला हाँ अब सही बोला।
तमाशा ऐप डाउनलोड करो और एशिया कप लाइव स्ट्रीम करो बिल्कुल फ्री। तो अभी जैज़ की वीकली फ्रीडम ऑफर सब्सक्राइब करके पाओ 50 GB डेटा सिर्फ 499 रुपए के लोड में।
Tubes and poppers. Try now.
He looked disappointed, didn't he, the Afghanistan captain, but 13 of 31. I honestly think he was starting to pile more pressure on his team. I mentioned to you a little earlier when you said that they need to hang in there and knock it around and make sure that when they get to the last 10 or 15 overs that they need 7 and over. Well, what number are we talking now?
Someone has to play a blind out of their skin. Is exactly what they would need. The bowling attack what Pakistan possesses, even a left-arm spinner yet to bowl. That's a great bowling lineup. Remember, two of their frontline bowlers, quicks, aren't playing either. They would have been licking their lips, looking at the pitch, the way it's bouncing, seaming to have bowling this.
Rizwan thinks that this just hits the pad first. I'm not sure it is. I think his back might just clip his pad. But I don't think the ball hits the pad first. And Babar Azam agrees with me.
Really, really close to that pad. Replay will show us.
Got in this time. And Gulbuddin doesn't even wait for the umpire's decision. Afghanistan now are in all sorts of trouble.
That was a good catch by Mohammad Rizwan. Salman Agha is firing it in. Good length. Shot in the end, but a good catch, Mohammad Rizwan. With the turn, looking at the ball to the last moment. Gulbuddin Naib bowled really well. That was a fantastic opportunity to stake his claim, but in the end, gone without scoring. Afghanistan 62 for 5.
आज होगा टक्कर का मुकाबला, बिहारी लड़ाई और तेल का तड़का।
एरियल का नया ब्लू फॉर्मूला जिद्दी दागों का करे सफाया।
तमाशा ऐप डाउनलोड करो और एशिया कप लाइव स्ट्रीम करो बिल्कुल फ्री। तो अभी जैज़ की वीकली फ्रीडम ऑफर सब्सक्राइब करके पाओ 50 GB डेटा सिर्फ 499 रुपए के लोड में।
जो दिल में है वो ज़बान पे क्यों नहीं लाते हम?
Would you like to have some chips, cookies or candy?
बल्ले बल्ले है क्या?
हाँ, अब सही बोला ना?
बल्ले बल्ले में वो करारा मजा और अपनापन कि दिल बोला हाँ अब सही बोला।
Bigger Princess और भी ज़्यादा richer creamy, more chocolatey. Prince Chocolate Biscuit, bigger biscuit, bigger adventure. New Cheetos, tubes and poppers. Try now.
तमाशा ऐप डाउनलोड करो और एशिया कप लाइव स्ट्रीम करो बिल्कुल फ्री। तो अभी जैज़ की वीकली फ्रीडम ऑफर सब्सक्राइब करके पाओ 50 GB डेटा सिर्फ 499 रुपए के लोड में।
Rizwan, brilliantly taken. After that delivery, Babar Azam brings himself to the slip area. It's a good thinking. I think the short fine leg field is moving across to the car point area. Brown is going to be the one going with the arm. Oh. I think 3 times the fielder, I think it's Shakil. Was it fine leg, car point in the end? Babar Azam makes up his mind. It's going to be a car point fielder.
I'm actually surprised at this field. So he's got 5 on the offside and 4 on the leg side on a surface that is actually turning quite significantly. I would not be against the man at backward point moving into a fielding position on the leg side, maybe even leg slip. If Nabi tries to get the ball behind point, he could lose his stumps.
Exactly for that, I think. HD, one goes with the arm. 22 gone, 62 for 5.
Bigger Prince biscuit और भी ज़्यादा rich और creamy, more chocolatey. Prince chocolate biscuit, bigger adventure.
जो दिल में है वो ज़बान पे क्यों नहीं लाते हम?
Would you like to have some chips, cookies or candy?
बल्ले बल्ले है क्या?
हाँ, अब सही बोला ना?
बल्ले बल्ले में वो करारा मजा और अपनापन कि दिल बोला हाँ अब सही बोला.
I'm playing with his ego.
So Shahid has had to watch the carnage from the other end here. He's 2 or 4 deliveries, the left-hander. And this keeps happening. And you can also understand he wants to play the game at his pace.
Right, temptation for Shahid. Down up, mid off up, and take it up. First ball shot up, can't googly. Invitation is being offered.
The problem for Afghanistan is they've lost 3 quick wickets, one at 60, one at 61 and one at 62. So these 2 now almost need to try and rebuild, and in doing that, that required rate will go up even further. So the rebuild still needs to, there still needs to be runs scored. Can't just bat the ball back.
Benefit for all our viewers. Last 30 deliveries, 4 runs and 3 wickets. That's how well Pakistan have bowled, and Afghans are bad. Unfortunately, got to say this, they've been completely bamboozled by spin at both the ends.
And I think I agree with you, but I don't think it's been the easiest pitch, the easiest one-day pitch to bat on. It took a real gritty performance from Babar Azam and from Mohammad Rizwan to give them that platform which allowed them that acceleration towards the back end. But it wasn't easy, and it continues to be tough.
I think that's why HD, after today, most likely Pakistan will be the #1 team in the world. Going gets tough, 2 senior players put their hands up, get the job done, takes responsibility.
So just a single off that over. That's 23 gone now. Afghanistan are chugging along. That's 63 for 5.
पर 36 ग्राउंड है, 3 बत्ती ही ग्राउंड है, कोट भी ग्राउंड है, लंगोट भी ग्राउंड है, ग्राउंड है, ग्राउंड है, ग्राउंड है, ग्राउंड है, ग्राउंड है, ग्राउंड है।
क्योंकि वुड 777 जहां है वही ग्राउंड है, वुड 777 हर जगह ग्राउंड है।
तमाशा ऐप डाउनलोड करो और एशिया कप लाइव स्ट्रीम करो बिल्कुल फ्री। तो अभी जैज़ की वीकली फ्रीडम ऑफर सब्सक्राइब करके पाओ 50 GB डेटा सिर्फ 499 रुपए के लोड में।
Pakistan have done well here today, as the previous crew were just saying. Good fight back with the bat, got more runs than maybe they would have expected halfway through the innings. And now pressure is on Afghanistan. They've lost 5, real struggle to get the runs on the board. will struggle to keep the run rate up there. It's dragging behind at the moment. So Shahidullah faces the left arm pace of Shaheen Shah Afridi. The edge, just dropped short. Taken on the half volley, taken nicely, taken cleanly. Nonetheless, on the half volley. Yeah, someone had slipped it well, actually. It was, he knew it wasn't going to quite carry. A little bit wider. He knew it wasn't going to carry. Tried as best you can in those conditions. He has so little time to do it, to get his hands a little bit further forward, try and get underneath it. But in the end, had to accept that the half volley was going to be as good as he got. Watch this now. Tries to get forward with the hands a little bit, but there is only so much you can do in that time. Yeah, well bowled. And this is where it is such a privilege in many ways for Babar Azam to be able to say at this stage of an innings, he's got 5 wickets in the bag, to be able to say, right, to Shaheen Shah Afridi, come up, step up, see if you can get another one, just keep the pressure on. You've got the pace, you've got the bounce. And it's been a pretty immaculate over, actually, so far. Down the edge first ball, one a little bit wider, but no runs from it yet in 4 balls, and he's been threatening that outside edge throughout. Still keeps the same line. Just the one, though. A lot of ifs there. 24 overs in, 64 for 5.
ग्राउंड है मोहल्ला ग्राउंड है पर 36 ग्राउंड है 3 बत्ती ही ग्राउंड है वोट भी ग्राउंड है लंगोट भी ग्राउंड है ग्राउंड है ग्राउंड है ग्राउंड है ग्राउंड है ग्राउंड है ग्राउंड है
क्योंकि फुल 777 जहां है वही ग्राउंड है फुल 777 हर जगह ग्राउंड है
Bigger Prince biscuit और भी ज्यादा rich और creamy, more chocolatey. Prince chocolate biscuit, bigger adventure.
तमाशा ऐप डाउनलोड करो और एशिया कप लाइव स्ट्रीम करो बिल्कुल फ्री। तो अभी जैज़ की वीकली फ्रीडम ऑफर सब्सक्राइब करके पाओ 50 GB डेटा सिर्फ 499 रुपए के लोड में।
जो दिल में है वो जबान पे क्यों नहीं लाते हम?
Would you like to have some chips, cookies or candy?
बल्ले बल्ले है क्या?
हाँ, अब सही बोला ना?
It was the partnership that helped Pakistan compile 165 runs in the last 20 overs. The clinical thing in the innings of Pakistan was the way they built the innings when Babar Azam and Mohammad Rizwan were out in the middle. They absorbed the pressure. And once they had the platform, they capitalized on it. And the result is that now they have such a huge total on the board. It's very comfortable what they have put on the board after their first innings batting display.
Well, they're treating Nawaz with a fair amount of respect. So this is what's known as gentle left arm spin. We've seen the real spinners of the ball in action at various stages of the day. He just kind of rolls the fingers over the top, relies on sort of line and length and just subtle varieties. Slides away off the outside part of the bat. Now, saw a few misfields in the field earlier with Afghanistan. That's one of the ones we've seen now with Pakistan as well.
I mean, you often hear welcome boundary, will say welcome misfield for Afghanistan's cause. At least it's been 63 deliveries since they have hit a boundary, and they've only been able to get 7 runs in the last 30 balls. But they gotta have to do something if they are really thinking about chasing this big 203 remaining runs to win this game.
Yeah, and the reason for that lack of runs in that last 30 balls, as you were saying, is the wickets that fell. 3 wickets also fell in that same passage of play. That's what takes the heart out of any innings for any team. And let's face it, with the situation it is, the ones will not be enough. 67 for 5, halfway through.
ग्राउंड है मोहल्ला ग्राउंड है पर 36 ग्राउंड है 3 बत्ती ही ग्राउंड है कोट भी ग्राउंड है लंगोट भी ग्राउंड है ग्राउंड है ग्राउंड है ग्राउंड है ग्राउंड है ग्राउंड है ग्राउंड है
क्योंकि फुल 777 जहां है वही ग्राउंड है फुल 777 हर जगह ग्राउंड है
Bigger Prince biscuit और भी ज़्यादा rich और creamy, more chocolatey. Prince chocolate biscuit, bigger adventure.
जो दिल में है वो जबान पे क्यों नहीं लाते हम?
Would you like to have some chips, cookies or candy?
बल्ले बल्ले है क्या?
हाँ, अब सही बोला ना?
बल्ले बल्ले में वो करारा मजा और अपनापन के दिल बोला हाँ अब सही बोला
तमाशा ऐप डाउनलोड करो और एशिया कप लाइव स्ट्रीम करो बिल्कुल फ्री। तो अभी जैज़ की वीकली फ्रीडम ऑफर सब्सक्राइब करके पाओ 50 GB डेटा सिर्फ 499 रुपए के लोड में।
Bigger Prince biscuit और भी ज़्यादा rich और creamy, more chocolatey. Prince chocolate biscuit, bigger adventure. Try now.
गल्ला ग्राउंड है मोहल्ला ग्राउंड है पर 36 ग्राउंड है 3 बत्ती ही ग्राउंड है कोट भी ग्राउंड है लंगोट भी ग्राउंड है ग्राउंड है ग्राउंड है ग्राउंड है ग्राउंड है ग्राउंड है ग्राउंड है
क्योंकि फुल 777 जहां है वही ग्राउंड है फुल 777 हर जगह ग्राउंड है
Today, just for now, we'll have to do without it. Right, Shine Sharafi. With full face of the bat presented by Shahidullah. At 7 from 20. Nobody's faced 5 yet to get off the mark. I'm going to ask Vidai not to look at the required run rates. It'll just upset him. But I'll tell him it's over 8.
That's true. It's a big task, but then only tough times can make the tough men. So it's out of such situation if you can take your team out. you get the recognition. You've been playing cricket for so long. You've represented Afghanistan across the world, playing international leagues, have a lot of experience. So if there are hopes to be made from, particularly between these two, will be more from Mohammad Nabi. It's, as I've been saying, not an easy task, but at least need to start showing the intent. Need to start taking overs, 6 runs in over, 7 runs in over. Do not take risks, and see if you can drag it a little forward, and then at one stage maybe you will see that it becomes probable.
I'm going to have to ask you the obvious question. Given the circumstances, given what we're looking at, given the Pakistan bowling attack, given the pitch, how do you force the pace without taking risks?
There's a word called miracle. I'm asking for a miracle, I guess.
No further questions, my love.
No, it's tough. It's not easy, absolutely. I mean, you're spot on. See, from the cricketing viewpoint, this is not an easy task. The bowlers are in good rhythm, and on the top of that, the wicket's been behaving. There's been really, really big bounce on the wicket. And at times, we've seen uneven bounce as well. That is going to further create second thoughts in the mind of the batsman. So it's not an easy task ahead of him. But then what can you do? I mean, you always need to play for the win. So it'll only be a matter of time to see how they can adjust according to the situation, and see if we could at least start seeing some intent from both Mohammad Nabi and Shahidullah Kamal, and try and pursue the target. Make your best effort. Let's see what happens. Well, if anything is going to make it more difficult, these short pitch deliveries. And Afghanistan not being very comfortable with the short pitch deliveries, you wouldn't be expecting him to take on the short pitch. And I think one of the other issues was that when they start going after the bowlers after the 20th over, they decided to go after Shadab Khan. Maybe Salman Ali Agha could have been an easier option to go after. Then again, it's just a tough day in the office for the Afghanistan cricket.
Well, there is a bit of a truism about all this. 68 for 5 after 26. And that is that most of the time, not necessarily 100% of the time, most of the time, a strong side up against a less strong side, I'm keeping it as simple as I can here, will come out on top. And Afghanistan, I give them immense credit for all they've done over the years, you know, from the inception of the Afghanistan national team to where they are now in a World Cup coming up in a few weeks' time, and with some brilliant players, some absolutely brilliant players. But the depth isn't quite there when you have a team like Pakistan in this sort of form. Mohammad Nawaz again, second over for him. If you're talking about anyone trying to make an inroad into this Pakistan attack at the moment, this is the gentlest you'll get from Pakistan. You know, gentle, rolled, left arm orthodox spin.
I really, really doubt he's not one. He's actually been one of the attacking bowlers for Afghanistan. He takes wicket, and he bowls wicket to wicket.
Let me put it
another
way.
option.
Let's
get another one.
Give me pads, gloves, and a bat, and I'll show you what I would do.
Of course, you would just rock out there. As
No.
I'm not
saying that. I'm not
box.
saying that. Not saying that. But of all the options, I'm just going to tell you this: of all the options out there, he's no mug. He's not a mug at all. He gets the ball is in the right place pretty much all the time, for sure. But if you're going to try and make some sort of impression, use your feet. You can get down to him. Because it's gentle pace. Yes, there'll be tiny varieties, but you can get down to him, you can use your feet, get yourself in position, at least play some shots. And that would give you what you're asking for.
I think looking at all the bowlers that Pakistan has, you need to come out with the mindset, believe that winning is not everything. Winning is the only thing. Once you have that mindset that I am pursuing to win the game and not to just play 50 overs. I mean, absolutely, Afghanistan need to hold their heads high. The way they performed in the second ODI, that was phenomenal. In the innings from Rahmanullah Gurbaz was one for ages to remember. Given circumstances, I think they need to start looking at what are they chasing, at what pace they need to start calibrating their chase, because it just can't work this way. If you're wasting overs, not getting enough runs, not even getting 6 runs, it will not take you anywhere.
Well, there are many phrases that deal with the situation. They are caught between the devil and the deep blue sea. $71 for 5.
इस एसी से ज्यादा हवा तो चिप्स के पैक में से निकलती है, पर गलती तो मेरी है, क्योंकि इसे ठीक करवाने से ज्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट था चाचा की भांजी की बहन की फुप्पो की बेटी की कजन की शादी पे जाना। 1 मिनट में दूर की कजन बना के ऐसा मिस कराया कि तस्वीर में होना फालतू ही लगा। जैसे इस गर्मी में ये एसी, ये है भी या जी तो चाहता है कि स्ट्राइक लगा, रन रख।
You might have seen it all, and he's been there at times, special times for them as well, but even the experience, even all that talent, still going to be tough for him. The odd run just coming off the outside part of the bat, it's just one of those situations where it just seems as though Pakistan can do no wrong and Afghanistan just can do no right.
Unfortunately.
Indeed, indeed.
I mean, fans across the world want to see competitive cricket, so it's important that they put fight into this for me at end.
A quick word about Saud Shakil. There was talk earlier, Ramiz, for instance, was talking earlier that he was unlucky not to be in the Asia Cup squad. He's now in it. So whether it was the power of Ramiz's words on TV or just a logical response in the think tank, in the way in those that are responsible for Pakistan cricket, he has now been included in the squad. So
well,
good news for him.
There we go, we just see the confirmation. So Shakil has been added into the squad and he just showed to us how he plays. Well, I believe it's important that the talent gets recognized and get ample opportunities.
Indeed, it wasn't his day today. He was, run out, ran himself out, really sadly, for 9, I think it was. Trying to steal a single, had to be sent back, was nowhere near when it was Rahmanullah Gurbaz who threw the stumps down. One of the talents that Ramiz was talking about, actually, is that he's a very, very good player of spin. And in both the Asia Cup and the World Cup that follows, slow pitches, potentially spinning pitches, potentially lots of spinners around, that skill will come in handy. Oh, that was close. That's a thick inside edge onto a pad. He's got to hurry through for the second, which he does. And those are things you have to do under these circumstances. You've got to keep pressing, keep pushing.
And they picked the wrong fielder. Muhammad Wasim Jr. has got a rocket arm. But at the end of the day, they make it safe and they have to start taking such risks. Well, you talked about Saud Shakil, although his stay was very short, but the way he played, first ball he faced off Rashid Khan, opened the face of the bat and scored about. The next over he faced Munjib Zadran, and it seemed he was very comfortable against them. So, yeah, certainly a very good prospect to watch out for in the upcoming Asia Cup matches.
Yeah, just a half-hearted acknowledgement. The ball has gone past the outside edge yet again. Rizwan's been fully involved in this game, both with the bat and behind the stumps. Right, 70.
ग्राउंड है मोहल्ला ग्राउंड है पर छत्ती ग्राउंड है तीन बत्ती ग्राउंड है वोट भी ग्राउंड है लंगोट भी ग्राउंड है ग्राउंड है ग्राउंड है ग्राउंड है ग्राउंड है ग्राउंड है ग्राउंड है
क्योंकि वुल 777 जहां है वही ग्राउंड है वुल 777 हर जगह ग्राउंड है
जो दिल में है वो जबान पे क्यों नहीं लाते हम?
Would you like to have some chips, cookies or candy?
बल्ले बल्ले है क्या?
हाँ, अब सही बोला ना?
बल्ले बल्ले में वो करारा मजा और अपनापन कि दिल बोला हाँ अब सही बोला.
Number 1 ODI batsman. The finest bowling attack. Second best ODI team in the world. करोड़ों फैंस के दिल की धड़कन. चाहे जितना भी छुपा, जब पाकिस्तान खेलेगा तो दुनिया देखेगी. Yes, we are ready for one day. ICC Men's Cricket World Cup 2023, 5th October to 19th November live on A Sports. क्या आप बनना चाहते हैं गेम के मास्टर, जिसकी ट्रेनिंग एक मास्टर ही दे सकता है?
इसलिए मैं ला रहा हूँ मास्टर क्लास विद मलिक,
जहां यंग क्रिकेटर्स सीख सकते हैं क्रिकेट की वो एक्सपर्ट टेक्निक्स जो वर्ल्ड क्लास क्रिकेटर्स ने कई साल इंटरनेशनल क्रिकेट खेलने के बाद सीखी हैं. तो अपना किट बैग उठाओ और ज्वाइन करो मास्टर क्लास विद मलिक. Watch Masterclass with Malik starting 28th August, Monday and Tuesday at 6 p.m. Only on A Sports.
Presented by 1xBet.
New Cheetos, tubes and poppers. Try now.
तमाशा ऐप डाउनलोड करो और एशिया कप लाइव स्ट्रीम करो बिल्कुल फ्री. तो अभी जैस की वीकली फ्रीडम ऑफर सब्सक्राइब करके पाओ 50 GB डेटा सिर्फ 499 रुपए के लोड में.
Bigger Prince biscuit और भी ज्यादा rich और creamy, more chocolatey. Prince chocolate biscuit, bigger adventure.
Okay, an extended drinks break. We have a few technical issues we've been trying to sort out during that as well. But play can restart. 74 for 5 after 28. 195 needed. Little top edge, perfectly safe, drops way away from that man down on the boundary behind square on the onside. Just to reiterate, we have no Hawkeye at the moment, therefore no DRS. So those decisions better be right. Well, Mohammad Nabi has not played a shot in anger yet. 3 from 13.
You think that'll be the trigger? Anger?
No.
I'm just joking. I mean, something needs to just give, right? Say, all right. Mohammad Rizwan, come on, say something. Somebody make him angry.
Well, that's good. That's a good catch. I think he's just got his hands underneath it. Imam will hack again. Nabi's walking off slightly disconsolate. It might be some sort of attempt to just to double check, but I think Imam is confident. I think Pakistan are confident. It's a good piece of fielding.
Yeah, Mohammad Nabi deciding to milk this for a single, goes aerial, and what a catch. What a beautiful pick that is from Imam ul Haq. They've been really good in the field.
Well, he is one of the sharpest for Pakistan in those positions. Mohammad Nabi then 3 from 15. It gets worse for Afghanistan, 75 for 6, and he's on.
Try painting, जिसमें है प्रोवी फॉर्मूला जो बालों को मजबूत बनाए और गिरने से रोके. हेयर फॉल को इग्नोर ना करो. सॉल्व करो with Pantene.
Next man in, Rashid Khan, who at times has certainly enjoyed himself with the bat. Whether these circumstances tonight will provide him with an opportunity for more of those times, time only will tell. But in his career, the average is just shy of 20 in ODIs in those 73 innings. Has made a 60, and not out 60. Steers that away very nicely. Just rocks onto the back foot, steers it away nicely for his opening single. Going back to Nabi, who's trying to steer this into the offside. It's a little bit underneath it, just carries, but that's very, very sharp from Imam. .76 for 6. Yeah, there's a real feeling now that it's all about the last rites for this game and for this series. Pakistan would appear to have complete control. I mean, the only things that can happen now, for instance, are that Rashid will decide that he's going to have a bit of fun and play a few shots.
Bigger Princess और भी ज़्यादा rich और creamy और chocolatey. Prince. Prince chocolate biscuit, bigger adventure.
So for the record, it's 193 still required. That's a lot of runs at any stage, let alone off 126 balls.
What makes it more difficult is the number of wickets that Afghanistan have lost. Losing 6 wickets in this cause are never going to be helping you. I mean, if you even are requiring so many runs, and if you have kept your wicket intact, you'll still think that you have an outside chance. With almost no batsmen left in the tail enders to come, it's quite difficult. I mean, the least that you'd like to expect is some entertainment, Rashid Khan to hit a few sixes, a few boundaries, at least give something to the viewers. And then if that can give you a chance to be able to get close to the target, then it's just a bonus.
Big heave. Going to bring 2. Yeah, I think you're right in the sense that from now on in, the cause is lost. The cause is a dead duck, and there's something just unbelievable happens. It's one of his shots, one knee on the ground, the other one positions it to get away the sweep shot off that back leg almost. So it's the first boundary for a mere 91 balls. Break out the champagne.
I'm going to take that. See, that's what I'm talking about. Some entertainment. I mean, intent shown. Try to kind of improvise. There was 2 shots. Rashid can't get himself into the position and plays it fine for a boundary.
Yeah, good luck with that one. That's tossed a little bit wider. There's big turn for Showdown. This is the difference between someone like Showdown and Nawaz. Nawaz just rolls the fingers in orthodox fashion. Showdown gets real revs on the ball. So if it does bite like this, look at the revs there. Oof. You see, it's got revs, it's turning. So whatever Rashid is trying to do, he's got to kind of guess at the bounce and the turn. You never know how much it's going to turn, but you know it is going to turn. Miscue. Oh, just wide. Didn't get hold of it one little bit. So close to yet another chance. But it's the end of the 30th over, and it's 83 for 6.
जो दिल में है वो ज़बान पे क्यों नहीं लाते हम?
Would you like to have some chips, cookies or candy?
बल्ले बल्ले है क्या?
हाँ, अब सही बोला ना?
बल्ले बल्ले में है वो करारा मजा और अपनापन कि दिल बोला हाँ अब सही बोला.
Was a valiant effort from the fielder at mid-wicket. For 6. I know everyone sort of feel that the game is gone for Afghanistan, but I'm just a little bit perplexed about how they've gone about the run chase. I know it's a difficult surface. Here's an example. The lap shot is something that we see used so effectively around the world, and we see all these inventive strokes in T20 cricket. But almost there's this fear of getting out here from the Afghan batters.
Yeah, we haven't seen any intent. This innings has meandered. We haven't seen boundaries flowing. We haven't seen the strike being rotated. One dimension. All defense. But it's good to see Mohammad Nawaz throwing the pace, flighting the ball. It wasn't the case in LPL. He was darting the ball in. Looks a different bowler, Mohammad Nawaz.
Well, that's gone fine. He should get 2 and will. But it's been a good run out as well, though, for Pakistan and their I suppose you'd call them the backup seamers. He's certainly not a backup seamer, Shaheen Shah Afridi, but the others. And what is impressive is what Pakistan actually have in their bowling ranks, their depth. I mean, it's not like these young men have come in and bowled the ball at 130. They're all above 140.
Oh, what reflexes, what in anticipation from the wicketkeeper. Brilliant. Yeah, you're right. The bench is quite strong as far as the Pakistan team is concerned. We spoke about Wasim Jr. How about Ashraf? Oh, beautiful, beautiful. A bit of pace offered by Mohammad Nawaz. And the length was short, allowed the batsman to rock on the back foot and punch the ball. End of the over, it's 88 for 6.
Bigger Prince, all these other rich or creamy, more chocolatey. Prince Chocolate Biscuit, bigger adventure.
At the moment, also the spin bowling, the type of spin. Agar trying to toss the ball up to the batters, creating more opportunities, getting the ball to turn and bounce off the surface. Tone was set by the fast bowlers.
Well, the fast bowlers set the tone. 260 was always going to be challenging on the surface. And bear in mind, Babar Azam at the toss said he felt 290. Everyone looked at the surface and thought, well, this is a lot better than what we've seen over the course of the LPL. But actually this evening, it's been real tough batting conditions. So yes, it might be easy for us to say, look, we're struggling to understand how Afghanistan have gone about this run chase, but they've certainly had the worst of the conditions. It's got progressively harder.
Yeah, Hilton, you were here for LPL as well. Oh, that's it. Hit with power. Cleared everything. He's one man who's showing intent, Rashid.
First 6 of the innings from Rashid Khan. Leg spinner to leg spinner. He's a positive player and can deposit it long way. Determination in execution of the shot. Rashid show.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you a question. Isn't it strange that everywhere we went, the pitch is freshened up under lights? Behaved differently. But in the second innings, the faster bowlers, they were actually getting a lot of help from the surfaces. What could be the reason, Hilton?
It's dry, the surfaces are dry. Rashid recognises the length's right here for him to play that stroke. And that's what we talk about intent, is that that's a mistake from Showdown. He's just over-pitched. It's a wonderful stroke. Others have not been prepared to take that sort of risk or try that particular type of stroke. This will be overthrows. I'm a little bit concerned, though, with Rashid playing those sweep slogs and sweeps with the Asia Cup and World Cup around the corner with no helmet on. One top edge. Oh.
They're showing everybody no fear when it comes to his cricket. Aggressive bowler, aggressive batter.
Tidied up the over well after going for 6 over mid-wicket. 97 for 6.
तमाशा ऐप डाउनलोड करो और एशिया कप लाइव स्ट्रीम करो बिल्कुल फ्री। तो अभी जैज़ की वीकली फ्रीडम ऑफर सब्सक्राइब करके पाओ 50 GB डेटा सिर्फ 499 रुपए के लोड में।
Nawaz is going to keep going here. His 4 overs have cost him 13. Rashid Khan's donned the cap. Oh, this should be out. This should be out. Shaheen Shah Afridi takes the catch. Nawaz has got one.
He tried that helicopter shot, but the left armour got a bit of purchase from the surface. The ball held in the surface, a bit of grip and turn for him. And that was more than enough to pick up his second wicket. Good to see Nawaz flighting the ball and getting some turn.
Simple catch eventually taken by Shaheen Shah as he celebrates a wicket. Wickets continuing to tumble. Different conditions, different types of bowling. Rashid Khan goes for 16.
आज होगा टक्कर का मुकाबला, बिहारी कढ़ाई और तेल का तड़का।
एरियल का नया ब्लू फॉर्मूला जिद्दी दागों का करे सफाया।
Afghanistan coming into this tournament in this series against Pakistan with a lot of expectations. Mujibur Rahman, the new batter in. At the age of 22, he has made a lot of impression with his bowling inside the power play overs, in death overs as well, with his accuracy and variations. His team needs a contribution for some respectability for the batting.
Nothing notable with the bat for Mujib. And he has to improve his fielding as well. It has become an arduous task for these batters. Now plays the first one confidently, Mujibur Rahman.
So Afghanistan coming into this tournament with the expectation of showcasing their batting skills against the best fast bowling unit in the world. Also, a lot of expectation from Pakistan batters as well. People were questioning their ability to play quality spin of Afghanistan, one of the best spin bowling attack. In the first match, totally dominated by Pakistan in batting and bowling department. But strong response in the second match with Hamdan Tota.
Yeah, the Afghan batters have blown hot and cold in this series. First game, they really struggled against the Pakistani fast bowler. There was a sea of change. In the second game, able to put 300 runs on the board, but once again failing, chasing a target. That was nicely held by Shaheen Shah Afridi. It's just a matter of time now. Just a matter of time. 3 wickets to be picked up by Pakistan. And Pakistan will be top team in ODI cricket. They'll topple Australia from that table.
Driven down the ground, just a single. That tells us something about their ability, not the ability as a batting unit. It's about finding consistency. What all things needs to be done in order to find that consistency as a batting unit.
Yeah, that's where they have lacked consistency with the bat. They have bowling unit.
Hello team, 99 for the loss of 7.
Bigger Prince biscuit और भी ज़्यादा rich और creamy, more chocolatey. Prince. Prince chocolate biscuit, bigger adventure.
They are 3 wickets away from making it as a top-tier side in the world in ODI cricket. And that's pretty special. And they richly deserve this because they worked extremely hard to get there.
And there was a talk in Pakistan to remove Babar Azam as the captain. Talking heads. He's been very impressive tonight. Fahim Ashraf, given an opportunity, how well he bowled with the new ball. The bounce he extracted from the surface, the deviation he got. Superb effort.
Slip in position. Pulled out of vacant space on the onside. Will eventually get a boundary. And 100 up for Afghanistan.
Indifferent kind of batting performance from Afghanistan, and they must control these spikes where they look brilliant on one day and then absolutely lose it the other. They mashed Pakistan for a shot to shot in that Hambantota heart-racing thriller, but here they've been found wanting. About making use of the batting form and continuing with it for a little while. Agreed, it's a tough pitch for some of these batters, Afghanistan batters, but still got to fight it out.
See, what I've noticed with the subcontinent player, wherever you go, most of the players, they are front foot players. When you're looking to face the fast bowlers, especially those hard lengths, as a batter, you need to be very, very comfortable off the back foot. But here, we haven't seen many.
Batting technique, that's area of improvement. They got Jonathan Trott, the head coach. It's a beautiful delivery to start off the campaign. Reviewed, and we lost, and that was we gained, and that was a beautiful delivery. It's holding its line, pitching up, getting the ball to bounce and swing.
Good to see the mates backing it. Comebacks for a cricketer can be so difficult. So not only are you under the scanner, but also I think you're sort of doubting yourself whether you're good enough at this level or not. And it has happened quite a few times to Fahim Ashraf. So it's good that his mates have been backing him, supporting him in the field. And it's a great performance. Not been engaged in last 2 years, and certainly now performing like this. Good that he's smiling also.
Excellent delivery once again. This spell as well is getting the ball to bounce and move.
Yeah, I agree. Making a comeback is a very difficult thing. You know, there is a journey the selectors need to realize. You have to allow a bit of time for the player to settle down, cement his place. And once a player cements his place, then he starts to play for the side, not for himself. And that's why you invest in players. By keeping dropping them, they're playing with their confidence. 34 done, it's 106 for 7.
New Cheetos, tubes and poppers. Try now.
There is no weak link in this bowling lineup. Everybody responding to the captain's call magnificently. And it's good to see Mohammad Nawaz, I'll say it again, not darting the ball, flighting the ball, bowling bravely. And Ramesh bhai, you were talking about South Shakil. Did you call somebody or what?
I think they've done exceedingly well to pick him because he deserved it. Absolutely. The guy has got a lot of talent. He's temperamentally strong, tailor-made to play spin. And the fact that he's a left-hander, and it's of such value to have a left-hander in the middle order.
Yeah, he got a double 100 during the first test match played against Sri Lanka at Galle. Here's another request. Pick up your phone and call for Zaman Khan. He'll be suitable on these pitches. He's a slinger. The ball will tend to keep low on different surfaces, and he can be handy. Come on, pick up the phone, please.
I've got a more powerful medium available, which is the mic. So I'm sure that eventually he'll be picked. He bowls at over 140 clicks. He's got this slinging action, which is difficult to pick straight away for certain batters. That's hit, and on the bounce to the fielder. That's well collected. The fielding has been outstanding from Pakistan. But there's so much wealth of fast bowling in the circuit. It's quite amazing that a guy like Zaman cannot be picked.
And different skills. And that's why Pakistan cricket is very fortunate to keep on spotting the talent. And the talent comes from nowhere. Reverse sweep with effects. Boundaries being picked up by Mujib.
Good shot this from Mujib. Some entertainment for the spectators coming in from different parts of the world. And Colombo too. Well in control of the stroke. Good shot.
Oh, Plum. No. Oops. What happened? Inside edge? Oh, they do not have a DRS facility available, but it looked. Plum, due to technical reasons, I've just been told, it's not available. The machine is down.
He's asked for it. Was there any bat involved here? Quickest delivery. Low trajectory, forced the batsman on the back foot. Which stump this one is missing?
I think the third umpire can give this out without the DRS facility. This is so absolutely plumb. I think we're still looking for an inside edge, and if it's not an inside edge, this is absolutely in front of the stumps.
Will that be inclusive? The naked eyes.
Well, if this is not conclusive with the naked eye, you need an ophthalmologist, man.
This is straightforward with a blind eye. Rizwan aborted the appeal. It was so straightforward. Don't have ultra edge, we've been told. So it's going to be a not out because that decision will stay with the on-field umpire. Is not going to revisit that. So it was a not out. still is a not out. Just trying to figure out what happened. I think there's no DRS available because the machine is down, unfortunately. Otherwise, it would have showed 100% hitting the stumps.
I think it was a case of the ball hitting the front pad first and then going on to hit the back leg. And that's where the umpire was confused. Anyways, these things do happen in cricket. It's going to be Fahim Ashraf. The ball is 8th over.
Very impressive, 2 for 24 in his 7 overs, making a comeback and making impressions straight away.
Can have a man in the slip cordon. Surely 155 of 89 balls. They can get Afghanistan all out in no time if they have these catches around the bat. 29 is shy. It has been a good outing that will help him a lot in his future endeavors. This is a tough pitch to bat on. And with Afghanistan reeling, not being able to play pace properly, this really is, in that perspective, a very, very fine innings from Shahid.
Yeah, he has put up a lot of resistance, Shahid. There's probably the best bowling lineup in the world, especially look comfortable against Shaheen Shah Afridi. But it's amazing how much of bounce Fahim Ashraf is extracting at the moment from this pitch. Bowling crossing, still getting the ball to jump.
Step in position. Swung away. It's gone all the way.
It's all about intent, isn't it? There's a number 9 batsman showing a bit of intent, and he's picking up boundaries. Just hooked the ball. Pace was used and sailed over the boundary line for yet another 6 of the match.
It's another smash, and it's this time a boundary.
Entertainment Aguilar, 16 of 8, 6, smacking one. Just taking his front out of the way of a slower delivery and smacking it in that region to the onside. One bounce for 4.
Yeah, so far he has faced 8 deliveries and he has scored 16 with the help of a couple of boundaries and then a 6.
Oh, another one. This is turning out to be a pretty special over for Mujib. It's a 6. It's a flat one.
It was flatter than flat. He just nailed it. Packed away from the leg stump, got the length, and he comfortably pulled the ball. And sailed over the boundary line in no time. Finally, a bit of entertainment. That has been the most expensive over of the match.
It's been given a wide. He was drawing away from the line to once again clear the front leg and try that leg side field again.
Tremendous ball striking from Mujib. to the onside. And flat and over the boundary. Second 6 of the over.
The idea is right, is trying not to cover that line on that off stump, because every time that ball is pitched in that good length area, it has taken off.
Yeah, he's been rewarded not committing on the front foot. Yes, he's been backing away from the leg stump, but it has worked. He must have getting caught in the whirlwind of Mujibur Rahman. That's nicely played. He'll retain the strike. 36 overs done, 132 for 7.
Afghanistan requiring 137 to win from 84. A good start, losing a couple of early wickets. Key batters falling early, and after that it's been catching up job, not quite matching to the strengths of Pakistan's fast bowling and spin as well.
He's running hard to retain the strike. He's been the aggressor. Mujib.
They've been keeping wickets in hand at this point of time. Also with a bit more intent from the top of the batter. Things could have been different. Sometimes when you allow the fast bowlers to operate in the areas that they like, focus too much on technique.
I feel certain pitches are made for slogging. Because if you try to get behind the line of the ball, you'll be teased and probably get out. And so this is kind of a pitch, probably a bit like the league cricket in England, where you draw away from the line of the ball and start hitting, and somehow you get a 50 in no time. And the moment you try to get behind the line of the ball, you're bamboozled and you're done.
On a pitch like this, as a batter, you're better off playing those horizontal bat strokes rather than vertical bat. And the ball has been doing something, extra bounce, and that is the only way you deal with extra bounce, horizontal bat strokes.
Pakistan hoping for a wicket to fall. I think the body language suggests that they've tried hard enough. They probably have this covered. Now it's up to Afghanistan to take risks and get out. Oh, big shot, 6. He's timing that brilliantly.
Oh, what a shot that was. Staggering. That was a flighted delivery. Yes, it was outside the leg stump, but how well he managed that one. Picked the right spot between mid-wicket and mid-on, and it has disappeared. Yeah, he's turning it on. Mujib, quick fire 30 from 14 deliveries.
There is no dearth of talent, batting talent as well. It's about conditioning and the requirement of exposure. 37 overs have been bowled, 140 for 7. beautiful partnership developing. Mujib 30 of just 14, Shahidullah 30 of 55. Long way to go, but showed positivity, determination to fight, and that's what they are known for. They responded in the second ODI as well with the bat.
इस ओवर में विकटे दोनों आओ, शाबाश यही दोनों जा रहे ये मारने जाएगा.
2 for 27, Shadab. Swept behind the square. A boundary for Shahidullah Kamal.
It has come after a long time for Shahidullah Kamal. The moment the leg spinner was introduced, he wanted to run slog sweep and did it successfully.
It's an eye-catching effort, this partnership, 47 of 31. Could there be a twist? 125 in 76 balls, 3 wickets in hand. Mujib is batting brilliantly on 30 of 14. Shahid is dig in, 34 of 57. Here's another sweep shot. This time there's protection, only a single.
Yeah, stranger things have happened. And how often we have seen those stranger things? Teams making a comeback from nowhere. What I like about Babar captaincy in this game, he knows it's just a matter of time. He's not overburdening Shaheen Shah, Afridi, or the other frontline bowlers. He can use Wasim Jr. He's only bowled 5 overs.
Carved away through the offside. Another single with the introduction of fast bowlers at this point of time to take wickets.
It's quite amazing, this game of cricket. If you get a partnership rolling, pitch becomes a little easier to tackle. Bowlers become that much more easier to hit. And you tend to find gaps invariably all the time. 50-run partnership now, 35 balls.
And how easily those 50 runs came about. And the main contributor has been Mujib. In 15 deliveries, he has scored 31. Make it 37. That's a big one.
Tremendous striking from Mujib. He's now 37 of 16 balls, and this partnership is infusing a bit of hope. 56 of 36, 116 of 72 balls. Something for Afghanistan to look forward to. Tremendous effort. This goes on to show that if you have a plan based on aggression, based on common sense, then you can be a successful batter or a successful cricketer. Last ball 6. Really climbed into that one and smashed it over mid-wicket. He's going at a strike rate of 231, Mujib.
A rather dull day has lit up by Mujibur Rahman's innings so far. And Mohammad Wasim Jr. straight away for the first ball. There's a left hand, some bounce. This has been the most consistent thing right throughout the day, especially in the second innings for the Pakistani fast bowlers. The amount of bounce being produced out of this surface.
So this is Afghanistan's fastest 50 partnership for any wicket versus Pakistan in ODIs. 35 balls it took. At long last we saw entertainment. And Shahid richly deserves this. 36 of 61. He saw through a very, very tough time. But is still there, grinded it out, and now finding it easier to place the ball and play a few shots as well. Oh, too quick, that bouncer from Wasim Jr.
Definitely, Wasim Jr. has dished out some thunderballs today, making it the team. First two games couldn't find a place in the team, got his opportunity, and he has bent his back right today. As well as these two batters, especially Shahid, playing as a batsman. Did see him in the ACC Nations Cup, was very, very good. And Mujibur Rahman, in all fairness, has been striking really well, playing proper cricketing strokes and making sure they go the distance.
It's all part of the learning curve, as they say. Learning it on the job. It's not been easy when wickets have gone down, when the better ones have faltered and fallen.
Babar Azam, what a fantastic knock he played, and what a vital one as well. Took responsibility, took the bait, and made sure did the hard work along with Mohammad Rizwan. This is what good players, classy players do. When they get tough kids going, they put a value on the wicket. This is something that, as you said, Ramesh Bhai, that Afghanistan should learn as soon as possible. I just feel a little bit of cricket I have done with Afghanistan, covering them. As soon as it's under lights, there is seam movement and some help for the fast bowlers. These players have struggled. That's something that they got to brush up, especially so many games being played under lights in Asia Cup as well as the World Cup.
You make a good point, because different tactics, different technique is engaged under lights, whether you're batting or bowling. At times you find dewy conditions, and so for the spinners it'll be difficult to hold the ball properly, but you've got to adjust. This is a punishing international circuit. This will test Mujib pace bowling. 39 done, 154 for 7.
तमाशा ऐप डाउनलोड करो और एशिया कप लाइव स्ट्रीम करो बिल्कुल फ्री। तो अभी जैज़ की वीकली फ्रीडम ऑफर सब्सक्राइब करके पाओ 50 GB डेटा सिर्फ 499 रुपए के लोड में।
The morning hours, there was some help for the fast bowlers. They did struggle as there as well, just before the qualifiers was played. I just feel whenever there is movement, pace, the Afghanistan batters do struggle. Something that they need to brush up somehow. They got the bowling, and remember they got 4 games, 2 in Chepauk, which is Chennai, 2 in Delhi. Wickets are slow and low. Batters can get it right. They have the bowling attack, especially the spinners, to get the job done and surprise for quite a few teams.
Yes, took his time and probably has made the right call. Batsman really will have to go because there is no DRS available. Tried hard, and I think he probably was in front of the stumps. He's quick through the air, Shadab, and he was extremely confident that he had got the batter in front of the stumps. Yeah.
It looked dead, Ramesh. I think it has probably hit missing left and hit him middle, just as the previous one. On this occasion, the right decision was made on field. Nevertheless, Shahid Kamal fighting 37 of 65. Kudos to the young man. 154 for 8 Afghanistan.
आज होगा टक्कर का मुकाबला, बिहारी कढ़ाई और तेल का तड़का।
एरियल का नया ब्लू फॉर्मूला जिद्दी दागों का करे सफाया।
जो दिल में है वो जबान पे क्यों नहीं लाते हम?
Would you like to have some chips, cookies or candy?
बल्ले बल्ले है क्या?
हाँ, अब सही बोला ना?
बल्ले बल्ले में वो करारा मजा और अपनापन कि दिल बोला हाँ, अब सही बोला.
Farid Malik is a passionate cricketer, 29 years old. Bowled his heart out. 8 down Afghanistan. 3 wickets now for Shadab. He's such a value addition to this side. He fields brilliantly, bats well in punch moments, and then as a leg spinner, he's hot right now.
Just a word on Shadab Khan. He just reminds me of Shahid Afridi, but different dimension. Shahid Afridi likes to go after the ball, first delivery, but I think Shadab Khan brings that balance at number 7. When the situation needs him to be there at the wicket, he does that. And bowls his 10 overs, which is very crucial, as well as a gun fielder. It's definitely a brilliant asset to the team.
Oh, big spin from outside at off stump. Didn't pop up after hitting the bat. That's the other thing that he has done today, is bowled a lot of leg spinners and they've spun.
Absolutely. There's a lot of tendency against leg spinners to against the left-hander to bowl a lot of googlies, whereas Shadab Khan has a stick to his guns. It's wonderful to see. Maybe the confidence factor, scoring runs, bowling well, fielding well, is showing off definitely.
That's gone up in the air. Who's calling for it? Probably will save. Ball safely in, so a slice up in the air is not held by the outfielders.
As long as long on field, Shaheen Shah Afridi was in the circle. Farid Malik, the devil in him, could not have any more patience. Went against it. It was a gurgly attempted. In the end, safe for 2 runs.
That was another wrong gun. Didn't like it because it was wrong line. Nevertheless, successful over comes to an end. 156 for 8.
Bigger Prince और भी ज़्यादा rich और creamy, more chocolatey. Prince chocolate biscuit, bigger adventure.
At deep square leg, Ashfaqullah Shahid, his short ball wanted to go over mid-on probably, caught by Imamul Haq, and that was the last one. Shahidullah was plumb in front. He spread the length, stuck him in front of middle stump. Brilliant bit of display by Shadab Khan. That's the signal for the 3rd power play by umpire Nitin Menon. Pakistan can have 5 fielders saving the boundary now.
There's the expected shot one, and he's going to get a lot of them in this over. Completely at home he was against spin. This will test him.
I bet you my bottom dollar Mujibur Rahman did not enjoy that. How impressed is Mohammad Wasim Jr. today?
Yeah, he's a very, very fine bowler. He can reverse it, he can bowl at a good feisty pace. Bowls a good outswinger. And is hit over the top for 1 bounce 4. In his radar, in his reach, and it goes.
Wasim Jr. was going to the glory ball. Full, but equal to the task was Mujib. Yes, he gave him some room, probably expecting another bouncer. But what he did well, Mujib, was have a good head position, was steady, and he made sure he prayed through the line, through the offside. Very impressive.
He's 41 of 19 balls. There's a shift in the field. Another man at mid-wicket has been positioned, so he's not going to get anything up. Exposes the stumps.
Back of the length. That's understandable. Fed away by Wasim Jr. after getting struck. Deep square leg, deep mid-wicket. fine leg. It's predominantly going to be back of the limb and bounces aimed at Mujib.
He's on track to be the fastest to score a 50. Rashid got it in 27 balls. He's 41 of 20. Slow ball, puts it away for mid-wicket fielder to come in and collect it.
Mujibur Rahman's batting has come leaps and bounces. Remember when he started, it was just a walking wicket. The more he has played for international cricket as well as franchise cricket, you have realized, just like Rashid Khan, how important to score those runs in the late order. And what's impressive for me in this innings, the shape that he has kept, especially with fast bowlers. Spinners, yes, he's been hitting it through the line and clearing it. The fast bowlers sometimes gives it room, but still the head position keeps it still and swings through the line. It's a swipe. One of the days when the fast bowlers looks after the other fast bowler. No more bouncers. We've passed those days, Ramesh Bhai.
Absolutely. It's cutthroat competition. It's wholehearted effort. That's well played in the end. Expected Yorker from Wasim Jr. after bowling a bouncer. It's 161 for 8.
इस एसी से ज्यादा हवा तो चिप्स के पैक में से निकलती है, पर गलती तो मेरी है, क्योंकि इसे ठीक करवाने से ज्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट था चाचा की भांजी की बहन की फुप्पो की बेटी की कजन की शादी पे जाना। 1 मिनट में दूर की कजन बना के ऐसा मिस कराया कि तस्वीर में होना फालतू ही लगा। जैसे इस गर्मी में ये एसी, कि ये है भी या जी तो चाहता है कि स्ट्राइक लगा, रन रख।
Pakistan with a healthy 268 on a dicey pitch, and Afghanistan in pursuit of that score, are 8 down. 108 needed of 54. Probably may not happen, but eyes are on Mujib. Will he get a 50? And can he get it before the 25th ball, which is the fastest scored by 27 balls scored by Rashid Khan? This is the over. Spinner is on. Mujib is on strike. Oh, how did that miss the stumps? But he was lining up for another majestic 6.
In all fairness, I think Mujibur Rahman deserves that record, not playing these kind of strokes. He was much better playing through a straighter bat, even towards mid-wicket. Trying to slog, especially with a short bound to the leg side, is not going to work. Play good cricketing strokes, I still feel he'll get it under 27 deliveries if he does that.
He has the strike. 4 balls left in the over. So let's try to figure out the areas which may interest him for a 6. So if he wants to go with the spin, it's got to be over mid-wicket. Long gone. That long fence on the leg side. Talking about a 75-meter plus hit. Doesn't hit over cover, so it has to be a flat bat hit. Sorry, he's a right-hander, so he's got to go against the spin. Going to smash it over mid-wicket. Here he goes, and there she goes for another mighty 6. Fantastic hitting this on 48 of 23 now.
This is exactly what I meant. Play with the proper cricketing strokes. Head position, brilliant. Keeping close eye. Head underneath the ball. Flexing his arms. This is brilliant. The long levers, making sure, probably the biggest 6 of the day, or maybe even the series.
He'll go again. 3 balls left in this over. Oh, stop. Well stopped in the end by Fahim. Otherwise, Attu would have given him the fastest 50 for an Afghanistan batter. Still got a chance. 2 more balls to beat Rashid's record.
Agonizingly, he's waiting for the second run, but a brilliant effort by Fahim Ashraf.
Got to take a single. Ah, no, he doesn't.
Now be sensible, Farid. Fluff this. Give that opportunity, Mujib. First ball, he deserves it. Yes, he has 2 more deliveries to go. Got to be sensible right here, right now.
Striker is with Mujib. He's on 49, 170 for 8.
ग्राउंड है मोहल्ला ग्राउंड है पर 36 ग्राउंड है 332 ग्राउंड है कोट भी ग्राउंड है लंगोट भी ग्राउंड है ग्राउंड है ग्राउंड है ग्राउंड है ग्राउंड है ग्राउंड है ग्राउंड है
क्योंकि फुल 777 जहां है वही ग्राउंड है फुल 777 हर जगह ग्राउंड है
The Herculean performance from Mujib. Some of his stalwarts have struggled to come to grips with the sideways movement and the extravagant bounce. He's on strike. Mohammad Wasim is not going to feed him anything close to his bat. It's got to be a short ball. Is he ready for it? And no, he doesn't get that single.
After this knock, what are the chances? Mujibur Rahman goes up to the head coach, the captain, and says, get me up the order. He's been brilliant. He's outbatted most of the batsmen in this pitch. Even against good fast bowling, who's bowling at 145. He looked more secured, and he has the mentality to do it.
One more ball for him to create that record. And he takes a single. Record now belongs to Mujib. Fastest 50 for Afghanistan in ODI. And he knows it, I think. We all stand up and applaud this effort. It's been a great, entertaining innings. And he richly deserves it because he had a method. Hit spinners out of the ground, and they're quality Pakistan spinners that were absolutely taken to the cleaners.
Take a bow, young man. You thoroughly deserve all the recognition what you're getting. 5 massive sixers, 3 brilliant boundaries. Shown the batters in the dressing room how to get the job done. Absolutely brilliant. Yes, it's on a losing course, but he has entertained all of us. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, Pakistan have dominated right throughout, but Mujib with the ball in all 3 games, and in this especially breaking the record what Rashid Khan had.
Maybe get a sponsor now for his bat. 50 of 26 is seriously good batting and hitting and entertainment. His previous best before this knock was 18 in all formats.
Luxury of playing lots of franchise cricket around the world. Remember when he started his career with just a walking wicket. Now he has become a force to reckon with. That's how well, especially Rashid Khan as well in this team. Professionalism to be shown, and this young man have shown the top order batters how to get the job done.
Edge over the keeper's head. Will get up 4. Slashing and slashing hard. Shorter length from Wasim Jr. He has not tried the Yorker ever since he was put away over mid-off by Mujib. Length ball, well, agricultural in style, but did the job for the left-hander.
Time to go over probably mid-on with a flat bat. Fortune favors the brave. The big fast bowler, Reed, getting a top edge.
End of the 43rd, 8 down for 175.
कोका कोला के साथ जीते हर हफ्ते 1800 सीसी कार। कैप के अंदर कोड ढूंढे, मिस्ड कॉल दें, कॉल बैक आने पर कोड एंटर करें और जीते हर हफ्ते 1800 सीसी कार।
Mujibur Rahman is the man.
He'll savor this for a very, very long time. Not only the guy to get there in 26 balls, but against quality Pakistan bowling lineup, where others went down like 9 pins. He absolutely massacred the spinners. 5 sixes and 3 fours for him.
Babar Azam having taken no chance, bringing his ace fast bowler Shaheen Shah Afridi. In his 7 overs for 16 runs, were very impressive with the new ball as well as in his second spell. Right at stake, not taking any chances. Babar being his #1 fast bowler.
Starts out with a slow ball. Deceived the striker, but that ball missed the stumps. It's good in a way that Pakistan have played here in Colombo, because come the Asia Cup, they'll have matches here in the second round. There's a lot of Pakistani talent at the LPL, but as a group, this will benefit them immensely. Straight hit. Shaheen Shah Afridi is treated indecently.
Second time in the over, going for another slow ball. The first delivery, the length was good, slightly short, not full, but this occasion, again, the front foot was so away from the leg stump, but still, what he did well, Mujib, is to have a good head position, still head position, and playing it underneath. This is superb batting.
At times, you just want to do something different when a batsman like Mujib is on strike. He's a slogger, so you try to do different things instead of just following a certain pattern as if you're bowling to a batsman. You try to bowl to a slogger and you lose the plot at times. You put yourself under a lot of pressure. Shaheen Shah Afridi is smart enough to know the value of a length ball against a slogger or a yorker. I think he's got to just continue with that routine as if he's bowling to a top order batter.
It's a learning curve for the fast bowlers as well. There's no reverse swing, absolutely. I don't see anything from neither of the fast bowlers. How to get the yorker in. Being a fast bowler when he's reverse swinging, it's easy to get the yorker in, whether it be outside the off stump yorkers or straight down the middle. But when it's not, this is where experience counts. Mohammad Wasim Jr., youngster, will have to learn. Shaheen Shah Afridi, yes, he's a seasoned campaigner. Sometimes he can struggle as well. That's why he's going for these slow balls. It's a learning curve for everybody.
Oh, that's well stopped at square leg. He comes back for the second. He wants the strike. He gets it. It's good batting, actually. He covered the set of stumps and didn't really flinch, so he stood his position and then whacked it towards square leg for couple.
The third occasion, Shaheen Shah Afridi has gone for a slow delivery. All 3 against Mujib. Just goes to show, I think, when he's not reverse swinging against the right hand, he's comfortable bowling those slower cutters into the pitch, not giving the length.
What a shot. What a shot that is. That's gone and hit the fence. Just a flick of the wrist and nothing more. Everything being met at the center of the bat. Mujib is having a ball. 61 years of 31. This is a smashing innings.
Well, it's been entertaining from Mujib. He's breaking records left, right and centre. The highest score now by a batter at number 9 or lower against Pakistan in ODIs, as well as the fastest 50 for Afghanistan. Previous to number 9 was 59 not out by Naidu Alves for Sri Lanka against Pakistan. 1983 World Cup, so that's been around for a while.
Yeah, the Pakistani bowlers getting into the whirlwind of Mujib, and it has been a sensational innings. Now played with all the freedom in the world. And that effort of his was not expected.
Indeed not. I mean, he's had the freedom, of course, of the situation, which gave him, as I say, absolute freedom to play any shot he wanted, but he's played them well. Consistently struck them well. Now that will test Imam down there, and Imam is equal to that particular test. Good diving stop by him. He's been consistently good in the field. Yeah, this one not out the middle for a change.
It's absolutely been entertainment. That's the least that I can say about that. And at the same time, Imam ul Haq, how brilliant he's been in the field throughout the day. Saves definite 3 runs. Talking about Mujib, in Bangladesh series that Afghanistan recently had.
That's gone up. This is going to be a real tester. It's going to drop safe at the height and had enough distance to clear the infield, not enough to reach the outfield.
Rais Ahmad Zai, the Afghanistan assistant batting coach was talking to me, and he said, I changed the guard for Mujib, and I said, stand on the middle. You might well be able to reach to the ball, because previously he used to stand and take guard on the leg stump. So that seriously has improved his hitting abilities. It's been really a good show.
Unorthodox. Translation, subtitles, had no idea what was going on.
Yeah, by taking that guard, middle stump guard, he's taken everybody off guard.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I mean, it was some show. I wanted that. Like, come on, some shots all around the ground, and look at that. He's broken such an old record for the 9th wicket. And he's got the highest, 62 runs, still going against Pakistan.
Yeah, we have spoken enough about Mujib, but how about Fareed's effort? He has hung around for Mujib to be able to take on the Pakistani bowlers. He's been there for 19 deliveries. He's chipping in. They're getting closer and closer.
To what? Well, that's well struck. It's been beautifully fielded as well. Hang on, where's that gone? Well, he had a good shot, powerfully struck. A great bit of fielding at mid-off, because that was travelling, and it was a good pickup. And then the throwaway, the literal throwaway. 192 for 8. Well, Mujib today, and when he came in, the situation was nigh on hopeless, so he had absolute freedom to play shots. But look how far they go. He just kept middling them, and another one goes, another one goes, they go even further. Holds the pose for the cameraman. So yes, it has been a very fine exhibition of power hitting. Comfortably top score for the day for Afghanistan in what is going to be a losing cause. 192 for 8. 5 overs left. But a lot of pressure was put on the Afghanistan batting lineup right from the start. Gulbaz, of course, goes quickly. It always makes a big difference to the psychology for an Afghan team. Sliced away. One bounce down to third.
Watch out. Mujib is on strike.
That's well put. Absolutely. It was a long time back, probably some years. Afghanistan was playing against Zimbabwe and Dawlat Zadran and Mujib Zadran out in the middle. And that time it was Dawlat Zadran who hit some big shots, but he did play that contribution. Here exactly is the same scenario, but now Farid is providing that assistance in this innings to Mujib. How many more can he hit?
Well, he ain't hitting that, but the scoreboard will take 4 more runs. That was quick enough. Quick enough to beat any intent to get bat on ball, and quick enough and high enough to beat a diminutive Rizwan too behind the stumps.
Only 72 required from 28 deliveries. Few more boundaries, and they'll start to feel we can win it.
Yeah, then he won't have the freedom. Then he'll have to play properly, won't he? Powerfully struck. And again, well fielded. Almanaga on the in the deep there. But that flew off the bat, didn't it?
Yeah, every time he has hit the ball, middled it most of the times, and pinged off the bat. Quite entertaining. Quite entertaining. And he has shown no respect and no fear of this strong bowling lineup of Pakistan. He has dealt with the Pakistani bowlers disdainfully.
And the interesting thing is this. When it came to crease, yes, the cause was nigh on hopeless. So we talk about the absolute freedom to do almost anything you want, but he's hit the ball beautifully. The relevancy is this: if Pakistan find themselves in the Asia Cup and the World Cup in a tighter game, and someone comes in down the order and does the same sort of thing, which might take the game away from them, they need to have plans and ideas and things they can fall back on to make sure that doesn't upset their particular apple cart then, when it really will count.
That's spot on.
That's clever. The toe of the bat. Almost, well, it sort of brings to mind snooker. You just need a bit of chalk on the tip of the bat there to give it grip.
Yeah, I'm with you. What we have seen today, Pakistani bowlers got bamboozled. The thinking process got hampered. They kept on bowling straight to Mujib. They'd never changed the lines and the lengths, and hence became very easy. Another one into the gap.
I think he's got himself out. He's come back onto his stumps, and his scintillating innings of 64 runs come to an end, come to a dramatic end. But Pakistan will certainly take it. Mohammad Rizwan looks to be very happy, and what an innings this has been. Mujib Zadran played beautiful 64 runs. That's how he got out.
Yep, just a little bit too far back on his stumps. Treads on them heavily. He knows, of course, right at that moment that his innings is done for the day. It's entertained us all. It's entertained what crowd we've had here at Premedasa today. He certainly enjoyed himself, and we've enjoyed him. 199 for 9.
आज होगा टक्कर का मुकाबला, बिहारी लड़ाई और तेल का तड़का। एरियल का नया ब्लू फॉर्मूला जिद्दी दागों का करे सफाया।
कोका कोला के साथ जीते हर हफ्ते 1800 सीसी कार, साथ ही हर कोड के बदले किसी भी करीबी दुकान से हासिल करें 500 ml बॉटल।
तमाशा ऐप डाउनलोड करो और एशिया कप लाइव स्ट्रीम करो बिल्कुल फ्री। तो अभी जैस की वीकली फ्रीडम ऑफर सब्सक्राइब करके पाओ 50 GB डेटा सिर्फ 499 रुपए के लोड में।
जो दिल में है वो जबान पे क्यों नहीं लाते हम?
Would you like to have some chips?
Final over for him. Farid is no longer the support act. He can have a bit of fun of his own if he wishes.
Yeah, he became the first Afghan batsman to get out in that fashion, hit wicket. Yes, as a batsman, you should use the depth of the crease, but you're not supposed to go that deep. In the air, and once again falls in no man's land.
There's still a chance for run out. Racing back for the second. Faruqi wanted to come back. Farid wanted the strike, no doubt. And they will just check it out again. They always do. They'll check it out.
Yeah, there was no proper communication between both the batters. Farid wanted the strike. Fazal Faruqi stayed for a while. So that might just cost you the wicket. But let's see if he's been able to make it.
Yeah, batter has made his ground before the wicket was broken. My decision.
Yeah, once again. Well, hang on. Once again, there, a decision pending, decision made, confirmed as not out. 201. The 200 has come up. 201 for 9. Always feels better than 199. Whipped away. That finds the man. Yeah, just confirming. Mujib has the distinction, apart from now having the fastest 50 for an Afghanistan batsman in ODIs, the distinction being the first Afghanistan batsman to be dismissed hit wicket in all international cricket. Confirm all that. So tests, ODIs, T20s. It's a first. We saw it here. Well, Wazim Jr. will be thinking that if we can just get that full and straight, that might be, you know, Faruqi might be his man. Faruqi might be the last to go, just to wrap things up here in Colombo. Nice looking backward defensive shot, but not particularly close to the ball. This man's been impressive today. Got his first chance in this series. Fantastic that Pakistan had this depth of pace bowlers. Young men with energy and natural pace, and they all seem to have really good action. And that's the great thing. So whoever's coaching is doing a very, very good job. Or it's just, of course, natural talent as well that comes into play. But this handful of really good young quicks is impressive. Others, of course, not here. Well left.
Yeah, what has... Now we'll come back to that. Overdone, 202 for 9.
जो दिल में है वो जबान पे क्यों नहीं लाते हम?
Would you like to have some chips, cookies or candy?
बल्ले बल्ले है क्या?
हाँ, अब सही बोला ना?
बल्ले बल्ले में है वो करारा मजा और अपनापन कि दिल बोला हाँ अब सही बोला.
Bigger Prince biscuit और भी ज़्यादा rich और creamy, more chocolatey. Prince. Prince chocolate biscuit, bigger adventure.
Well, the dying overs then of this match between Afghanistan and Pakistan. Little left to settle apart from just the numbers involved. Technically 67 needed from 18 balls, a rate of 22.33. But for Pakistan, the satisfaction of a series won 3-0. For Afghanistan, the frustration that they came so close in match number 2 in Hambantota. Didn't quite manage to win that game. They'll have to try again another day, another time, another series. Still warm out there. Well, tell you what, with Farid, there's a lot of effort goes into this, as there has been with many other attempts at these big shots of his. There's an absolutely zero timing in that one.
Well, this has overall been a great experience for Afghanistan. Afghanistan will want more of such exposures to play against the big teams. One like Pakistan must have given him a lot to learn from. How you can close the games, focus on the death bowling, make sure you have proper finishers to finish you the game. But there's been so much for Afghanistan's think tank to look at and prepare towards the Asia Cup and towards the Cricket World Cup 2023. And definitely for Pakistan's been so good that will bring them on the top of the list, the #1 ODI ranking team.
Well, there's absolute confusion. Guess when you get down to the 10th wicket, they're not necessarily used, and certainly this pair have done this often together, but you're not used to these tricky decisions. Shall we, shan't we? Yes, we shall. Oh, no, maybe not. No, no, no. Bad idea. It's always a bad idea, to be honest.
Solid defense. I know it must be frustrating some. They might just want to wrap this thing up, but Afghanistan certainly playing for another 14 deliveries. They'll want to end it without losing the last wicket. They'll still take that.
Absolutely. Two this time. Aimed away over extra cover and just slightly sliced.
Question is, who can just take this last wicket, last ball of the over for Nawaz? Can he finish it off for Pakistan?
Well, that has been struck rather well. One bounce, just a couple of feet, 3 or 4 feet inside the boundary, straight down the ground. That's a classic shot, worthy of many a better batter than he. Look how easy he makes it. Just gets that front leg out of the way, as many in the top order would try and do. Good levers, straight down the ground. Thank you very much indeed. And there should actually be just a little bit of a contest between these two, at 10 and 11. One of them wants to be not out. So 209 for 9. There are. Yeah, 2 overs left, 209 from 9. 17 now to Farid from his 25 balls faced. And Faruqi, 6 with that blow straight down the ground. That one bounce 4, 6 from 8. We've had a slight delay to proceedings. Nothing to worry about, of course. Had to take the cap off. Farid's cap, fine against the spinner, not so good against Shah Afridi. Who now will complete his 10. Maybe he'll wrap it up. Well, you've got to see the funny side. There was a lot of preemption there, a lot of anticipation. Maybe the anticipation was correct of the short ball, but no way this is going to... It's impossible from there to get that anywhere near it.
Yeah, he was hoping against the hope to get bat and ball.
Well, I mean, to be fair, he was hoping for something, a normal sort of length ball, maybe the slower ball that Shah so often bowls first over of a spell like this. Right, I need to have a word about postcodes, if you understand what I mean, because the ball and the batsman are in different postcodes.
Well, at least he's putting his effort into this, trying his very best to try and see hit a fascinating shot. And I believe that off the innings of Mujib and seeing Farooqi hitting that ball off Nawaz's last ball in the previous over, there's a thing called inspiration. They're being inspired. These bowlers are taking the responsibility on their shoulder. They're doing the work that the batters are supposed to have done.
That is gone. And it's gone. Oh, he's put it down. It looked for a moment as though it might just have enough on it to clear the boundary. Then the position out in the deep there, he had it. He had it. He got himself into a really good position. Mohammad Nawaz, just watch him here on the boundary's edge. He was a good metre or so inside the edge of the field, therefore in a position to take the catch. A little bit off balance. That's what made the difference. I think he was sort of feeling for the boundary edge as well. That's it. That is it. That is the way. Don't worry about the catchers. Don't worry about the fielders. If you're Shaheen Shah Afridi and you know what's going on at the other end, you've got a set of stumps you can aim at. And as has always been the case in this game, if a batsman misses and you hit, that is your wicket. That is the 10th and final wicket of this Afghanistan innings. The final wicket of this three-match series, which Pakistan now take 3-0. And as such, they go to the top of the rankings in ODIs, the ICC rankings in ODIs. So for them, a very, very satisfactory finish to this series.
Yeah, convincing performance by the Pakistanis in this series. Yes, they were challenged in the second ODI, but they kept their cool, and Naseem Shah was able to win them the game in the last over. And now it was Shaheen Shah Afridi to wrap up things with that low full toss. That was wicket number 2 for Shaheen Shah Afridi, and Pakistan, by doing so, they have managed to topple Australia from ICC ranking table.
Well, of course, the rankings, a certain weight. Always nice to be at the top of the rankings. And you're thinking, of course, that coming next very swiftly on the heels of this series is the Asia Cup, and coming soon after that, the World Cup itself. The rankings at that stage will be an indication. There'll be a challenge, but of course it is who comes out on top, who is holding those trophies at the end, that will really count. But for Pakistan, this is the perfect boost. First of all, for their confidence in how they're going to approach the Asia Cup. And that's the next thing they will focus on. For Babar Azam and his squad, there have been some very good performances throughout these 3 games. And Jonathan Trott shaking his hand there will know that his team, the team that he is coaching, has some serious talent, of course, but doesn't have the same depth that, for instance, Pakistan have shown. In fact, this game has been quite a good example for that, because Pakistan, from a position where they were struggling early in the day, managed